actually, friends with Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff and Jason Hervey. And Bischoff and Hogan and I bonded when I did that Raw 15-year reunion. We flew on an airplane, a private little airplane together from Los Angeles to New York, or was it Connecticut? I believe it was New York. And then Hogan and I flew all the way back by ourselves, and so, we bonded. We've kept in touch since then. At first, when they were talking about the Celebrity Championship Wrestling, I thought it probably sounded like something I would not want to be involved with. It sounded like something kind of silly. I've always been offended at celebrities getting into the wrestling ring, especially back when WCW had David Arquette as the champion. You could see Jay Leno wrestling, and it's an insult to us because I work really hard in the ring so that fans watching don't think they could do what I do. That's been very important for me. And not only the fans, but a lot of wrestlers watch my matches, and they just say, wow, I couldn't survive an RVD match. I take pride in that, speaking of pride. So, to say that, Tiffany, the girl singer, can get in the ring and do what I could do would be an insult. However, this show doesn't claim that. These are actors who are basically pretending they're wrestling. They're like acting like they're wrestlers. They get taught like 3 moves per episode, say an arm drag, hip toss, body slam. They have to go out there and compete in front of a live audience, and wow, what a hot crowd that was too. And then they go out there, and their matches are choreographed. They're scripted. Mine never have been. That's something I always find myself arguing with people. They'll say, well, people think just because it's scripted that it's phony, you don't get hurt. I'm like, whoa, hold on. First off, I have never seen a script of a wrestling match. And it's not just about being hurt or not that decides if it's real or not. It's about whether it really is competition.
I'll tell you, first off, just general thoughts on WrestleMania 25. I mean, it was a complete honor for me to be able to sit at ringside and call those matches and work with 2 Hall of Famers like Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler. I mean, I was completely going into WrestleMania. I didn't have any clue what they were going to do. From a broadcast standpoint, especially with Taz leaving the company that week, I didn't know what was going to happen. And when I got the word that I was going to be part of the team, I was absolutely flabbergasted and completely honored to be sitting, next to those guys at ringside for the 25th anniversary of the biggest event in the history of our industry. So obviously for me that was great. And then to be able to sit there and actually witness and be a part of what I still think is probably one of the top 5 matches of all time between 2 great competitors and great guys in Undertaker and Shawn Michaels is unbelievable. They had the entire stadium, and I'm sure the millions watching at home on the edge of their seat. And I don't think anybody could have predicted which way that match was going to end up. It was absolutely phenomenal. Just a great night, just a great event. And, I just think, everybody always talks that it's hard every year at WrestleMania to have the greatest card of all time. I mean, some years the card may be a little up or down, but I still think the spectacle itself and for what it is, WrestleMania just continues to get bigger and better every single year. I mean, everything from the job that the TV production guys do, to make that event look how it does on television, and the job that everybody does in the ring, everybody does backstage. I think each and every year it just becomes even more grand and even more spectacular. And I just can't wait to be a part of it again next year. Hopefully, God willing.
Hi, from Italy. Here's Lawrence. What's going on, man?
Hey, man. How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just sitting by a really lovely lake in Italy. It's a pretty impressive view, man. It's good.
That's nice. Very cool.
Good.
Cheers, man. Cheers. Awesome.
Looking forward to doing the tour?
Absolutely. Just talking about it right now. It's going to be a blast, man. Getting ready to head over there and tear it down in a couple months now.
We'll definitely get them pumped up for you, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good.
No, absolutely. Very, very cool.
Let's run through the dates for the tour. We've got June 29th, Nuneaton at the Queen's Hall. June the 30th, Manchester, Moho Live. July 1st is Margate at the West Coast. And the 17th in London at Dingwalls. That's all the gigs that Lawrence and Voodoo Vegas are going to be supporting.
No, man, we're doing Paris as well.
Oh, you're doing Paris as well? I forgot about that one. There you go. So Paris as well.
Gay Paris in the summer would be very
cool, because that's the thing about this tour is it's so eclectic, and that we're doing headlining gigs, we're doing festivals, and then we're doing a tour of our own opening for Anthrax. So we're all over the place. So I'm excited to have Voodoo Vegas supporting us, and it's going to be cool. Last time it was only 1 or 2 gigs that we saw you, right?
Yeah. Southampton and Yeovil. So I was, we really like awesome shows, and the crowd was just pumped up. So to do it as the main support slot, it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be great.
Yeah, we're excited to have you too. It's going to be a blast. We're looking forward to seeing you this summer and coming to hang out in the UK again. It's our second home for sure.
Well, I missed the business, number 1, and number 2, I went on that tour to Australia with Hulk, and he started getting in my ear over there and said, "Come on, let's do it." And it's not that I didn't want to do it. I just didn't want to let down anybody that give me that tremendous farewell from WWE. But I gave it some thought, and I talked to Shawn Michaels, who's the only one I talked to about it, and I said, "Hey, I appreciate all you've done for me, but I'm thinking about going out." And he said, "Go have a good time." So that's all I had to hear.
877 Nasty 01 in the U.S. You just give me a call, and I'd love to talk to you if you're really serious about getting into business.
There you go. So anyone in the States, check that out. 877 Nasty 01 if you want to get trained by the legendary Brian Knobbs and of the Nasty Boys. Good stuff.
Here's that.
Okay, cool.
Hey, was that nasty or what, baby?
Wow, that was amazing.
Well, this guy right here, England, Roddy Piper, here he is, Live England Radio.
Hello.
How you doing, Live England Radio?
We're doing absolutely amazing, Roddy.
I'm speaking to England. I have a whole lot of people with me. Anybody you want to speak to in particular?
No, that's okay. We just wanted to say hi. How are you finding the convention?
She's at the convention. A lot of wonderful people at the convention. My son's here too, but nothing I can do about that. And it's nice. And the Nasty Boys are here. And they're nice enough to hand me the phone. I need to repay them by putting a snake in their bed or a poisonous, venomous one. Anyway, listen, I'll be coming your way, I think. Maybe Perth in August, bringing my son.
Okay.
Buy him a first kilt there.
Okay, that's amazing. Well, we'll keep in touch. We always love to see you guys, the WWE legends, come back over to the UK. So, we'll look out for it.
Also, guys, without you guys, we're nothing, and it's always nice that you will pay some attention to us and allow us to be on your program. Thank you very much, and we'll see you when I get overseas.
Brilliant. Thank you, Roddy. Bye-bye.
Cheers. How about that? Hot Rod Roddy Piper with the Nasty Boys and Lita Ford. It's getting crazy here, dude.
That is amazing. This is like the best interview we've ever done, I think.
After doing the Expendables, learning what I learned from Sly, and learning what I learned from those other guys, I'm really looking forward to doing my next movie in October. It's kind of a SWAT team shoot 'em up and applying what I learned from my experience with those guys. So, man, I tell you what, I learned from working with Sly what he's delivering, and he's delivering a Sylvester Stallone action movie. And so if I'm delivering a Steve Austin action movie, I want to deliver the best, and I want it to have trademark stuff in it. And now I'm just kind of after working with him, I kind of want to define and my brand as far as what I'm bringing. And if I get a chance to do some comedy, some humor, that would be great. It'd be a lot of fun because that's a big part of my personal life. But if I get to make 20 more action movies, I'm going to be a happy camper, and they're going to be some kick-ass movies.
So we're not going to see Stone Cold Steve Austin as the next Mr. Nanny or Tooth Fairy then?
Yeah. I don't think you will, believe me. But then again, I would have put some boundaries. But right now, after I saw, the Hunt to Kill, and I was very happy with it, and after working with Sly, I kind of got a little bit of a rhythm going on now. I know what I need to do. I know what I want to do, and I would like to throw a couple more back-to-back action movies, just because I want to define exactly what I'm bringing.
Information Super, how a glorious Sunday to all. Good impression of that last week, Lee. Wow, it's not energy, it's vocal cord training. I'm not doing any energy at all. It's just I can do that without any vocal cord training power. I'll help you one day if you want. You can come around. Or was Lee, you're muted. Hang on. No, something muted you, Lee. So we'll start that again. Something muted me.
Ready? Let's start that again. Go on then. Let's do it again.
We are live on the Information Super. How a glorious Sunday to all. How you doing, Lee? Good impression of that last week, mate.
No, I'm not muted. I'm not muted. I was just messing around. Yeah, as I was saying, I can't do it as good as you. I did my best. I tried doing it really, loud and proud like you do it. But I live in a flat amongst loads of old people, and they were probably going to sleep about this time of night. Yeah, I didn't want to disturb them too much.
I live in a flat as well, but the guys upstairs make loads of noise anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that bothered.
So, set grot bags on them.
I will, yeah. I gave him catnip earlier on. The first time he's ever seen it, he just started eating it.
Just eat the whole bag.
Yeah, just savaging.
I'd love to see grot bags like eating a load of catnip.
It was good. It's good. How you doing then, mate? You all right?
Fun. Yeah. Good. Busy week as always, but we're here. We made it through to Sunday. Super Bowl tonight, so I'm quite excited.
Football's happening.
Football is happening.
Who's playing in the football match?
The Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams.
If that was wrestlers, that'd be Brian Pillman and someone else.
Someone from LA. The Miz.
The Miz.
Oh no, he's a Cleveland Brown guy. I don't know. Yeah, someone else.
Hand egg. Who's playing the halftime performance?
Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, what? Mary J. Blige.
She's playing again.
Yeah,
Mary J. Blige always plays the Super Bowl final at halftime. She played when Aerosmith played it in 2001. She came on and sang a verse of "Walk This Way." She's been doing
Bon Jovi in 2002.
Bon Jovi.
They did the Super Bowl show. Yeah,
did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's
exciting.
Good.
But anyway, it's good for a poo break, and I like all the ads as well because you get like loads of trailers for stuff.
Ooh, that's good.
Some cool, funny adverts.
Have you watched Boba Fett yet?
Still just the first one, mate. I just haven't had time. Are you not? Is it rubbish?
It's rubbish, mate. It's
okay.
Really
well, no spoilers. I've seen some spoilers because when Spider-Man came out, I unfollowed all the Marvel pages that I follow because I follow a few like fan Marvel pages, but I unfollowed them so I didn't get spoiled, which was fine. But I didn't really think about the like Star Wars, and then the next morning it's like, oh, this happened. Like, oh, great.
Yeah, well, I can understand that, but Boba Fett is rubbish. It's one of the worst. Star Wars is so hit and miss. I did a little detour into Star Wars, but I mean, if you like wrestling, you like Star Wars. But like, my God, it's so rubbish. Star Wars is the most hit and miss franchise. Epic stuff and utter shit. I've
been watching Tiger King on and off over the last couple of weeks.
That's all right.
The first season because I didn't jump on that bandwagon in lockdown time. So a bit different. Berkeley said, how do you see the ads? So I've got NFL Game Pass, which is it's like WWE network of NFL, really. So you can watch all the games. It's the official US stream, so you get all the US ads for like Home Depot and stuff like that.
B&Q of America.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Oh, and Just Eat is called something else. I can't remember what it's called.
I wonder if I could use my trade account at Home Depot. All right, I've got my trade account. Can I get some? Can I get a discount? I've got 20% discount. Is that right?
2x4s for my mate Hacksaw Jim Duggan. That's how I check it out. Lee Super Bowl prediction. Head says the Rams. Hart says the Bengals to win by 3 points. I hope.
Wait,
there you go.
Berkeley's just said he didn't know that the NFL Pass shows the ads, and he said, "Oh, if only I could afford it." So you would pay for a Super Bowl app that you could watch adverts on? That doesn't make any sense.
It's part of the thing because you get all the stuff like all the American fast food chains doing all the food and everything.
But it's adverts.
Yeah, I know, but it just makes it feel so much more American. There was one for what's the pancake place? IHOP. and they do this thing like unlimited pancakes for like $4.99 or something mental. Like, and they just show this massive stack of pancakes with maple syrup dripping all down them. And like, could you imagine that going there, getting diabetes, eating loads of pancakes and just ODing on maple syrup?
It's a one-way street to getting, on the way to being Gordon Bombay if you're an American football fan.
It's every game you have to just eat.
Maybe that's what Gordon Bombay did, but when he wasn't playing hockey, he started becoming an American football fan, and just
it's the key to being a good coach.
Yeah, I'm still disappointed that he's not in the new series of Mighty Ducks. What are we going to do, Lee? Are we actually going
to? I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
God, I can't believe it. Disappointing. But oh my God, I've not got COVID anymore. By the way, I was pretty much better 2 days later. And I had to stay at home for ages. It's bollocks.
Because you kept having positive tests still, didn't you? Even though you're feeling better.
I'm self-employed and I can't get any money to help me. It's rubbish. It's all means tested. So I've not earned any money for like so many days. I wasn't at home for like 7 work days. I couldn't go out and earn any money. So if you want to help out Ministry of Slam, do it now. We're looking for
like and share, please.
Yeah, like and share the MOS. Do it on YouTube, guys. If you've got YouTube on another screen, put that on. Get those watch hours up. Because if we get to 1,000 subscribers, we can come monetize. We just need to get the watch hours. So that would help. Do that.
Grub Hut, that's it. Princess Macat has just said that's what they're called, Grub Hut, instead of Just Eat in the States.
Speaking of YouTube, though, guys, if anyone is in all seriousness or interested, if you want to go on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/the MOS Network, I have Lee sent me over all the MOS interview archives.
From day one.
The day one of Lee Tyers interviews, like treasure chest.
Like 2005.
Treasure chest of interviews, ladies and gentlemen. He sent them to me. And if anyone's been on the YouTube channel, they will notice that and our Facebook page, I've been uploading them to the YouTube channel. So I've just put, and it's not all the whole interviews in snippets, like bite-sized snippets that you can digest very quickly. So there's like a 4-minute interview bit with Andy and Lee speaking to Kurt Angle. And I also done Jim Cornette tomorrow.
And that was in person with Kurt Angle as well.
Yeah. Tomorrow, I've got an interview going up with when Lee and Andy talk to Ted DiBiase, and he talks about his dream of becoming the NWA champion and what he thought about Vince McMahon taking over all the territories. So go and listen to it, guys. It's proper wrestling content from the Ministry of Slam.
It's not like sandwiches and action figures and wrestling cards. Speaking of wrestling cards, Lawrence, should we do a bit of a spoiler alert for later?
Yeah. So, wait, we have to Oh, you've read it.
Sorry.
So we got these. Look, podcast listeners, we've got 31-year-old WWF wrestling cards, and the packet is so fresh, Lee.
Yeah, it is.
If I bought a condom that was 31 years old and the packet looked like this, I'd still try and use it
with a picture of Hulk Hogan on it and a WWF logo.
This packet is fresh. It's amazing. It's not got.
Oh yeah, yours is flipped, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Backwards Hulk Hogan.
So there we go. Yeah, it's cool. Quite excited about that.
It's amazing. So we've got 12 cards in the pack, guys, and they're not shitty WCW cards, which are just like leg
pile driver.
Crowd make noise. So coming up later on, we have got some 31-year-old WWF cards. I've also got WCW cards here. It's excitingly. And remember, guys, just throw this in. If we get the Undertaker rookie card, that's worth £1,000.
So that's the MOS meetup sorted, because we'll use that. Because we'll be opening in front of all the viewers and listeners.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, cool.
It's quite exciting. Lots of exciting things. I had a phone call with someone today, brief one, an actual wrestler. So that's all I'm saying, and I've got to talk to him tomorrow. And I'm not saying anything else, but it's quite exciting.
Well, I mean, I think we can say, just to build up a little bit of the hype, it's a WCW legend.
Yeah,
from back in the day. Lawrence picked up the phone and talked to him.
I just phoned him
this afternoon. He's like, yeah, I'll come on. Just can't do tonight though. So we're just organising a time for that to happen, and we're going to have an interview with an ex-WCW.
And don't you worry, guys. Lee will do it with me this time as well, because I'm shit at doing interviews. Lee's really good. So,
I don't know about that, but we'll give it a go. I haven't done one in ages.
Yeah, it'd be good. So an actual WCW legendary wrestler phoned him up, and he was like, "Hello, all right, yeah, how you doing? Okay, give me a call tomorrow." Like,
in Lawrence's accent, it was great.
Yeah. Hello, I was like, "Hello, my name's Lawrence."
He's all right, mate. How's it going?
How you doing? You all right? I like wrestling. Hello. Excuse me. I've got a phone.
What did you use to phone him?
Like, my mobile number. My mobile.
We just called on your mobile.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because we used to use Skype back in the day. So, like, I don't know how we're actually going to do it unless we get him to do Yeah, here's
Zoom. We can do Zoom.
Zoom.
It's Zoom.
We'll do Zoom, or maybe just do the restream link and we just do
we
record.
Could do that. Yeah, we could do that as well. That'd be all right. It's exciting times. But
anyway, let's stop talking about stuff that hasn't happened yet. We'll get onto that when it does happen.
Yeah.
Cool. So welcome to the Ministry of Slam. If you want to check us out, all of our stuff, we are live right now on twitch.tv/the MOS Network, youtube.com/the MOS Network, Facebook. We are facebook.com/MOS Network, not the MOS Network. Hi, Anthony Roberts in the chat room.
Hi, Anthony.
Twitter at Ministry of Slam and at the MOS Network. Podcasts, you can check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all your major podcast platforms. Not only do you get Ministry of Slam, you get MOS Classic, you also get Ministry of Horror with Tez, and of course Retro Chat with Andy, and all sorts of other bits and bobs that we're going to be sprinkling amongst the feed there.
Lots of stuff.
So much stuff. TikTok at the MOS Network. Our website is over at ministryofslam.co.uk. Discord is at discord.ministryofslam.co.uk. And our store, we've got some new stuff coming soon, which is going to be over at store.ministryofslam.co.uk. You've been screaming for years about having a WrestleMus t-shirt in the run-up to WrestleMania. We're going to make your dreams come true.
In
the coming weeks.
That's quite cool. It's going to be awesome. An actual WrestleMus t-shirt, Lee. Because WrestleMus is the best time of year.
It is. WrestleMus. I mean, it's amazing that we're like doing a t-shirt now when we're more excited about AEW than we are about WWE.
Right,
yeah, WrestleMania actually used to be good.
WrestleMania can be the most wonderful time of the year for all wrestling fans, and you don't have to like WWF.
Because every other wrestling company in the world is doing an event that weekend as well.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, so GCW are. So it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. Oh, mate, so exciting. It's good. It's good to be back. I was a bit ill last week. I was in your ears and I could hardly talk. But
that was the weirdest thing ever. You know, like professional shows have a producer that like the people who were actually on air, that only they can hear it, but you can't actually hear it. So Lawrence was like talking in my ear.
Yeah, because basically Lee and Andy zoomed into my computer and I was producing it behind the scenes, so we didn't lose any sort of production value, I guess.
Yeah, because you've got all of the
bells and whistles.
PC.
Lee has got it now. We just haven't been around your house to get it all going, have we?
No, I don't know what I'm doing with it.
Stuff. Yeah.
It's going to be good. Anyway, Balo Parami, Sister 19, LOL, online. That's good to know, isn't it? In the chat room.
That is.
Should we start off with some news, Lawrence? Let's get it moving.
Let's do it, Lee. Let's do it. It's time for the wrestling news. It's the news. It's the news, Lee. Time for the wrestling news.
No jamming, just slamming.
Just slamming, Lawrence. No jamming.
No jamming.
We did a big thing. It was a show, a Ministry of Slam. We're talking about AEW, who the big debut was going to be this past week. It wasn't Jeff Hardy. Tony Khan promised a huge surprise for Wednesday night's episode of AEW Dynamite, and he delivered with the debut of former NXT champion Limitless Keith Lee. The Limitless one didn't bask in the glory of his appearance on social media following the show. He did break his social media silence later in the week to address his debut on AEW Dynamite and sent a heartfelt message to his fans, tweeting out, "We've got a lot of work to do still, but I more than appreciate the warm welcome back. The person with the sign that had the same silhouette that's on the front of my hoodie, thank you. Touched my soul, and with sad family times hopefully behind me, let's grind." Keith Lee defeated Isaiah Cassidy of Private Party in his AEW Dynamite debut and is now qualified for the Face of the Revolution ladder match at AEW Revolution. Can you imagine Keith Lee climbing the ladder?
Yeah, wow, he's a big boy. He looked like a bigger boy than he was last time we saw him too. But
but he could still move. He really well.
What's that about that silhouette? So someone knew what his logo was going to be before and made a silhouette. Wow.
Yeah. But that I think that was his logo in NXT as well. It's just him doing this weird, almost a Randy Orton type.
We'll get into more about the AEW debuts, won't we, Lee?
We will
a bit later. So we'll dive deep into it a bit later on, guys. But that's some big news, and I'm interested to talk about it.
Yeah, I am interested to talk about it as well. On Friday, the Dunkin' Donut Center in Providence, Rhode Island, announced that WWE would bring WrestleMania Backlash to town on Sunday, May the 8th. Tickets for the premium live event, not pay-per-view, will go on sale to the public on Friday, February 18th, with a pre-sale taking place on February the 16th and 17th. This event will mark the second year that the WrestleMania Backlash name will be used. Last year, the event was hosted on May the 16th at the Thunderdome. The Backlash name has been used as a WWE pay-per-view during 2 periods. The original event ran from 1999 to 2009 as a late April event, and the name was revived and has been active since 2016. WrestleMania Backlash.
It's so shit, dude.
The idea of the word backlash is it was a backlash to everything that happened at WrestleMania. You don't need to hit people over the head and call it. This is a backlash from WrestleMania for the people who lost, who aren't happy, and then they go against the people who won.
Was there not news that it was going to be Royal Rumble back WrestleMania or something? Was it the thing we heard the other week? What was it going to be?
Royal Rumble WrestleMania. This coming up at the premium live event, Royal Rumble WrestleMania SummerSlam Survivor Series, where teams of 4 every 30 seconds run down to the ring and have a SummerSlam steel cage match in the main event of WrestleMania.
I can't remember. Something was going to be that. It's awful, isn't it? It's just. I can't just say because I didn't get a chance to talk about it last week before we go into it. Goldberg being back. It's so rubbish. Like
awful.
Goldberg being back could be really cool if there's just some annoying guy and he's been annoying for months.
Yeah.
And he just says, "Oh, Goldberg shit," and these guys are shit, or a bully's a person backstage or a commentator or something. I don't know, some classic wrestling storyline. You know who my friend is? It's Goldberg. And then Goldberg comes in and spears this annoying guy, jackhammers him, and that's it. And it's the end of the wrestling match, and it's 1 minute, and that's fun. It's like, yes, you know, it's just something fun. Having him come in and just say, "Your next Roman Reigns, I want a title shot." It's so rubbish. It's like, what's the point in the Royal Rumble? What's the point in any of it? Because he just comes in and says that, goes into this huge stadium show in Saudi, gets the main event, and it's just rubbish. It just goes to show that the Fed do not care about storylines. And I didn't get to say about it. They made, like we said last week, they made $1 billion last year. They don't care. They're never going to change. Why are we even moaning about it? It just is what it is. It is what it is, and you just got to accept it because it's never going to change. Like,
do you know what it reminds me of, Lawrence? Do you know your car, your amazing car that you've done up?
Yeah.
And it's the NX, isn't it?
Yeah.
So imagine this, like, I mean, the NX, even though it's quite an old car, you've got it up, it's pristine, it's amazing. You think that is a kick-ass car.
It is.
But imagine, like, you gave it to someone else for sort of 5 years, and then they came back. They hadn't done any work on it. There were rust patches on it. Some of the paint was chipping off. The engine was spluttering all over the place. And they're like, "Look, this is a Nissan NX." And you're like, "Yeah,
oh, man, what have you done to my NX?
It used to be great, but you know, and I love it and everything, but it's just not what it used to be."
Well,
I don't think I care anymore.
I know, but I don't. It's the story though. It's the story of the guy being used. If he was coming in and just jackhammering a Miz or a Dolph Ziggler, like he did,
exactly,
that'd be fine. That'd be. It's just those guys have been there for years. It'd be great, but the thing is, it's not. He's coming in to go for the belt, and it's like, look at the difference in between two. Like, look at how Sting's treated in AEW. He doesn't wrestle over. He doesn't get title shots. He just teams with Darby, kind of manages him. Doesn't do a lot. And everyone knows who listens to this. I really love Sting, but how he's used, and when he does do something, it's kind of special, and it is real. And he can still go a little bit, Sting, for his age and all that. And it's special when Sting wrestles. But Goldberg coming in the position he's in is rubbish. If he was used in a way where they're bringing him in and he just speared Jack, done all the Goldberg stuff on an annoying guy, or did a tag team with someone, you know what I mean? It'd be quite cool. Oh, Goldberg's gonna do something and smash that guy, and it's good for a 5-minute break in the show.
Goldberg even acknowledges that he can't do a 10, 15, 20-minute match. He'd like, all I need to do is just come in and spear you, and you're going to have to watch out for it because it'll kill you when it happens.
It's just awful, dude. It's just, there's no point in getting annoyed about it or watching it. It's just that they made so much money, and it's just, it's a shame because it could be entertaining, but it's not really.
I'd like to see if Johnny Knoxville's going over to WrestleMania Backlash.
Maybe he is.
Oh, sorry, no, to the Elimination Chamber in Saudi. That'd be good. It wouldn't. Anyway, WWE, speaking about how popular WWE is getting right now, NXT 2.0 viewership significantly dropped on February the 8th. According to Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics, 400,000 viewers watched the show on Tuesday. This number is significantly down from the February 1st episode, which drew 619,000 viewers. So they've dropped a third of their viewers. It then goes into the demographics, not really interested in that. But it is important to note that NXT aired on Sci-Fi rather than the USA Network due to coverage of the Winter Olympics. So what that means if you're a wrestling fan, you're going to know if there's been a change. You're going to find a way of watching whatever program, right?
Yeah.
You're going to know, oh, it's on Sci-Fi, so I'll just change over to Sci-Fi and I'll watch it on that instead of watching it on the USA Network.
Yeah.
So a third of the fans don't care that they missed NXT.
No. Well,
so it's like, yeah.
That's I don't know. Maybe it's a change of NXT. Maybe it's because it's changed, and that's something to do with that. I don't know.
Berkeley's just put it's on Sci-Fi though, but does that really matter? Like, if your favorite TV show, I don't know examples or anything at the moment, but if your favorite TV show is on BBC One,
The Generation Game with Bruce Forsyth,
everyone loves The Generation Game with Bruce Forsyth, and then like next week it's going to be on BBC Two. Okay, I'm on BBC Two now, and I'll watch it. Like, what's the thing? I mean, lesser reach, Berkeley's, he says, but I don't get. If you want to watch it, you're going to know where to find it, and you'll watch it.
Maybe they don't think. I don't need to watch
exactly,
this show.
Andy. Andy's just said wrestling fans will find it if they want to watch it. Exactly.
And isn't Raw on Sci-Fi as well?
Probably
because of the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Winter Olympics is still, the most exciting thing, like more exciting than NXT apparently.
I think it is.
I hope they, like, the whole hour that NXT was on, I hope they were doing that thing where they ski around for a bit and then stop and do the shooting.
Oh, that's what got, it was on USA Netcroix says that's what the low Raw rating this week.
Okay.
Talking about ratings, you know what I saw this week, Lee? You know what?
Go on.
I text you. My illness, I was watching a lot of telly, so I couldn't do, well, I wasn't ill, I couldn't go out. But guess who was on Baywatch, Lee? You know. Oh,
I know. I'm not gonna spoil it. Go on.
Shawn Michaels was on Baywatch this week. There it is. He was playing Vinny, the bodyguard of this mob boss, and the mob boss was dating CJ's mum, and CJ's mum stole a floppy disk that had all his illegal gambling on, and then Vinny was after CJ, and guess who saved the day?
Shawn Michaels.
No, Vinny
Mitch.
was after. Vinny is the bad guy. Okay. Guess who saved the day?
Bret Hart.
No, Mitch.
Oh, of course it was Mitch.
Mitch saved, but we didn't see Mitch fight Shawn Michaels. It was Cody. I was gutted. That'd have been epic.
That's a shame. Isn't it funny? Like when wrestlers are on TV, they look absolutely enormous. Like, so Shawn Michaels was the bodyguard, like the massive guy, and then like you go on into wrestling, and he's like this skinny, tiny little bloke compared to everyone else. It's weird.
Shawn Michaels looked ginormous in that episode of Baywatch. More wrestlers. What other wrestlers are in Baywatch? It's great. It's the only reason I watch Baywatch is to find out.
Just to see what wrestlers pop up.
That's great.
Well, seamless there, because someone who might turn up in a future season of Baywatch, Lawrence, the Boogeyman, revealed on Twitter on Monday he signed a new contract with WWE. The contract shown in the clip on his Twitter shows him as a contractor. The Boogeyman character debuted on October the 14th, 2005. As part of his gimmick, he'd hide in secluded areas of the arena and scare other WWE superstars. What are we doing? He was best known for eating worms during his matches and eating shit off of Jillian Hall's face, if you remember that. She had that growth thing and he ate it.
You wait, if he's eating worms live on TV, I'm contacting WWE for animal rights. I'm not
and veganism.
That. Yeah, I'm totally doing that. I'm not having the worms being eaten live on TV. Live worms. That's just animal cruelty. It's killing them.
It's a bit
mental.
He
doesn't even eat them. He just spits them out.
His last appearance was during the January 4th, 2021 Raw Legends Night episode. So I get the whole, he's scary, he eats worms. But like, even if someone said to me right now, you can be a WWE superstar tomorrow, fly out right now, go to Raw, and you don't even have to wrestle. Just turn up, scare people. But the only thing is you've got to eat worms. No, I'm not going to do it.
Would you do that? You wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
I'm not eating worms.
No. I'd maybe make pasta or something to make it look
gummy
like
worms.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Dip it in like some sort of treacle gel that makes it look like worm juice.
Treacle gel worm juice.
Be terrible for your teeth.
Oh wow! Weirdly, I think it was his idea. Yeah, I bet it was his idea. He's just trying to impress. Yeah, I don't know. What do you want me to do? Look, these worms. I'll eat them. Look.
Yeah, I'll do anything.
That's great shit.
Yeah. Oh my god. We need Mel on to talk about the return of the Boogeyman.
Oh yes, I bet he's excited. Mel will be excited.
He must be loving it.
We talked for the last couple of weeks about Mustafa Ali. He still remains unshy about leaning into his frustrations with WWE. Ali took to social media to seemingly make light of his lack of television time in recent months by simply tweeting, "I'll see it all in like 2.5 years."
Oh my god!
So He's obviously still under contract. They're not going to let him go, so we're just going to whinge by the fact that they're never going to use him on TV.
Maybe he's getting paid though. It's not too bad. If he's getting paid.
Well, yeah.
He's a WWE guy. He's getting paid probably a substantial amount of money to keep his body rested, to work out at the gym, hang out with his children. He can't do He can't do anything else like a Twitch stream to make money, but he can't do any outside resource. But maybe he should just start doing outside stuff. I'll just start a Twitch stream not using me, and then
appear in episodes of Baywatch.
Yeah, they could do that. He'd get fired, wouldn't he? So then he'd get his release. Yeah.
Mental, but yeah, it's still going. Something's going to happen unless it is, a full-on big old angle. Who knows?
Oh, I don't know. He's not big enough, is he?
Probably not. The first team for this year's NWA Crockett Cup has been officially announced. The NWA took to social media last week to announce the British Invasion, Doug Williams and Nick Aldis, as the first participant in this year's NWA Crockett Cup. No surprises here, but we're honoured to announce as the first official entrance into the Crockett Cup, former IWGP Tag Team Champions, Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Doug Williams and Nick Aldis. So yeah, they're in the Crockett Cup.
Did you see who was announced as the ambassador of the Crockett Cup?
Who was that?
Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, yes, I did see that. Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Well, he was the former NWA North American champion, wasn't
he? He was, yeah. What? Is that good, though, the Crockett Cup, really?
I don't know. I mean, it used to be quite a thing back in the day, but again, it's like everything with the NWA. They're trying to make sort of the old stuff that people didn't really care about anymore, try and drag it into the future.
There's a reason why WCW stopped using all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's something, I mean, something else happened, something quite majorly big happened.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning.
All hands to battle stations.
Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. You've been fair warned. Go, Lee.
Yeah, I've been fair warned. At the NWA tapings this past weekend, it's not been shown on TV yet. However, he has been plastering it all over social media constantly since last night. Major. Very good. Yes, here's the spoiler. Fast forward 15 seconds if you don't want to hear about it. Matt Cardona defeated Trevor Murdoch to win the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Woo! Very interesting. He's a good person to be their champion, I think, for them. He's so hot. That could be very good for NWA. And plus, he probably knows how to do a website.
Yeah, he's good at social. That's the only reason they've got him on, just like marketing digital stuff.
Yeah, really good. Can you do a website as well if we give you the £10 of gold? Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Andy's just said a title switch. Why not do it on pay-per-view?
I don't know. Who knows? But we need to watch it, Andy. We can't judge that until we've seen it.
Exactly.
Spoiler warning over.
Red alert. All hands to battle stations.
It is finished.
All hands disappear back from the battle stations. You're not needed anymore because the spoiler warning has finished. Anyway, Ring of Honor has announced that AEW star Bryan Danielson will be inducted into the company's Hall of Fame. He's a former ROH World Champion, having held the title for 462 days. Danielson joins the Briscoes, who will be inducted as well. Do you know, there's been more Ring of Honor news since it shut down than there was when they were active.
Yeah.
Like, mental, isn't it?
They're not having to produce a low-grade TV show. They can spend time doing,
They did have some good theme songs, though, didn't they?
They did. They used to. Didn't pay any money for them, though, now. But, oh, well. No, but, they don't have to do their TV. They can concentrate on this sort of stuff, I guess. And the other guy... But, again, Lee, the news is that Ring of Honor wrestler is wrestling somewhere else. Generally Impact, which makes Impact better.
Yeah.
Did you also see Matt Cardona also won the Digital Media Championship on Impact this week?
Yeah, I did.
Best belt. That's why he won the NWA belt. Spoiler warning again. Because they're like
you're not supposed to say spoiler warning after you've said
it. Because he was like, well, he's the Digital Media Champion. Maybe he does know how to do websites. We better let him beat Trevor Murdoch quick.
If we let you win this belt, if you want to be NWA World Heavyweight Champion, if you do that, can you build us a website and update it?
Just update it for us, please, Matt Cardona. Well, I don't know. It might be quite hard for me to do it, but you can be our world champion. You can hold the prestigious 100-year-old at £10 of gold. Might as well. Yeah. Right.
Why would I need that? I've got the Impact Digital Media Championship.
Yes.
Moving on, former WWF Tag Team Champion Samu has announced that he'll be returning to the company under a nostalgia deal, similar to the Boogeyman, I guess.
Samu,
yeah. So Rikishi's tag team partner in the Head Shrinkers.
All right.
when he was Fatu. The former champion spoke to the Daily Item to make the announcement. I'm truly honoured to return to the company in which has been my family since I was born. I don't think that's English. Samo announced. I'm also happy for the wrestling fans of Sunbury and surrounding areas who have always welcomed me, my family, my brother, and my brother Afa, and son Lance with open arms. I've made several friends who are now family to me, and that is priceless. It was noted that Samu referred to the deal as a WWE nostalgia contract, but it's likely that it's one of the company's Legends deals for alumni. Samu took some time to thank WWE Chairman Vince McMahon as well as other company officials for making the deal come together. So they're going to sign Samu from the Head Shrinkers to a contract, but they'll let Keith Lee and Bryan Danielson go.
Well, yeah, but I mean, imagine. I think the Roman Reigns family thing should be this bigger family. Like he's at the head of the table, and you've got the mob, and there's like Samu and Rikishi there as well. That'd be
good.
Cool. That would be.
You could have a whole Royal Rumble with the entire Samoan family dynasty like run into the ring. That'd be good.
Yeah.
And then the final news item tonight, Lawrence, the roster reveal for WWE 2K22 continues to be unveiled. On February the 10th, WWE Games confirmed Asuka rated 90, Io Shirai rated 82, and Sheamus rated 85 have been added to the roster. And then there's a full list of confirmed ratings so far. And
confirmed. Go through the numbers, Lee. What their
ratings
are.
I mean,
is it out of 100?
It's out of 100. Yeah, let's go for the lowest, which is Shotzi. At 77.
Okay.
Yeah, Shotzi Blackheart, or just Shotzi now, because they like to do that in WWE. The highest, I think, is Asuka is 90.
Roman Reigns, 95.
But look, NWO Hogan at 92. That's pretty cool. NWO Kevin Nash at 90.
Wow.
Scott Hall NWO is 90.
That's quite good. So the NWO are pretty better. They're a DLC.
Even 6 is 88.
Surprisingly, though, looking at this list, Nikki Ash. Where is it? Nikki Ash. Is she on there? Yeah, no, I know what the problem was. No, yeah, Nikki Ash. She's 82.
So Nikki Ash is 82, the same as Kane.
Yeah, Nikki Ash and Kane are the same rating.
And also higher than the Big Boss Man at 81. That's not good. Austin Theory is 80.
Austin Theory at 80. I saw that. Now, I don't know if I'm going to buy this game. Are you going to buy it? Are you interested?
I don't. I'm interested. But if I was going to do it, I'd want to get the NWO pre-order thing. So you get Hogan, Hall, Nash, Six, and Eric Bischoff as playable characters.
Right.
But I went on and had a look just to see if I could pre-order it. Do you know it's over £100?
Bloody hell!
And I'm like,
really?
I'm not.
Oh my god! Yeah. Get Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's much better.
Yeah, and I mean, if they put Kevin Nash in it, then it would even be better.
You can make your Viking look like Kevin Nash and make your Assassin's Creed Valhalla playthrough, instead of him being called Ivor, you could just pretend it's Kevin Nash going around being a Viking kicking ass. I guarantee you'd have much more fun playing that than probably the wrestling game.
Or NWO Hogan.
There's a Hulk Hogan haircut on there, and you can get a Fu Manchu. You could make your Assassin's Creed character a female as well.
That'd be great. Or the Big Boss Man. It'd just be great.
Valhalla is a great game, Lee. I don't know. Is it going to be better? Is it better than WWE 2K22? Am I comparing an epic RPG game with loads of investment to a wrestling sports game?
We're just not going to know, Lawrence. We might have to speak to our good friends over at WWE 2K Games.
This is why I don't work in the gaming industry, because I don't know the difference between Assassin's Creed and a wrestling game.
Berkeley said I'd set up an MOS thing. Okay. And Berkeley said I might see if I can do an MOS multiplayer GM mode. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, what, make us? Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I like. Should I tell you the trouble with games these days?
Go on.
Is that especially for sports games for us old bastards? Is that if you make yourself in the sports game, you're doing career mode, you have to make yourself like 18 or 20, because if you're doing career mode, you retire after one season if you make yourself your real age. That sucks. I mean, because my gang of Tuesday Night Power friends, we still like meet up on a Tuesday of our career mode, and I have to make my footballer now a 16-year-old footballer. We do career mode on FIFA every Tuesday. The guys come around and we make ourselves all 16 now. If we'd done our real ages, we would only last one season and then retire. And you'd be like, no!
That's madness.
We're too old, Lee, for computer games.
Absolutely. I mean, even now, it's not realistic. If I'm the same age as Tom Brady, he was the oldest quarterback ever, and he's retired now. So
right.
it couldn't even happen.
You can't play in the Super Bowl match tonight.
unfortunately
You could play
not.
next season. Last year we done MOS on Super Bowl Sunday. What's happened?
We
You
did.
were like, I'm going to try and become the Super Bowl champion. Is it
Yeah,
because you're
it didn't
too busy
happen.
doing MOS?
Yeah, I tried like joining a couple of the teams. They just weren't interested. I said, look, if we bring you on the team, we're just going to make everyone else look bad. We want it to be competitive,
right?
Because you don't want to win like every Super Bowl. So I get what you mean.
So they actually get a bowl?
No.
Why is it called bowl?
Because they tend to have it in like the bowl-shaped stadiums, or they used to.
Oh,
so
there's nothing to do with bowls then.
Like, no.
Put all our victory things in a bowl,
like Wimbledon, where they get that plate thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
super
not like
that. Super plate.
Super plate.
Super
dear.
Cup.
Anyway,
that would actually work.
That sounds like soccer.
Super Cup work. Super.
The Juice and Super Cup Premier League.
The auto windscreen shield. I saw Bournemouth playing the cup final of that at Wembley once.
Like, it's just such a crappy name, isn't it? It just makes it sound rubbish.
The auto windscreen shield. Sports.
Yeah, we're not like begging for the Sports Accelerator stuff anymore. And that was the news, Lawrence.
Okay, there we go. That was the news, guys. That was the news. That was the news, Lee. That was the wrestling news.
Drinking some lovely coffee here out of my Walt Disney World Preview Center mug.
From the awesome Exhale Coffee.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, if you want to go and get some awesome coffee, go and get it from the awesome Exhale Coffee. Look, I had COVID last week, and I definitely... Look, trust me, I'm pretty much a doctor. I got rid of COVID in 2 days because of drinking Exhale Coffee. It's full of antioxidants. You know, if you want to get your body antioxidized, it's the first coffee in the UK to be sourced and roasted to support your health and wellness, as well as your performance. 9 times independently lab tested and supported by Dr. Repeat for the NHS medical doctor. We don't add anything to our coffee. They're the process we lock in more coffee naturally, healthy plant compounds, and keep out the bad. 1 cup tested to have the same antioxidants as 12 punnets of blueberries or 55 oranges. Lee, so in that mug of coffee, you've had as many antioxidants as 55 oranges. That's a lot of antioxidants. That
is a lot of antioxidants. And I've got to stay awake until like 3:30 tomorrow morning, get a couple of hours sleep, and then wake up and do work, which is awful, isn't it? So I'm going to need the coffee, but at least I'm getting all the goodness out of it as well.
As we found out earlier on in the show, you are going to be eating a lot of pancakes and stuff that's full of oxidants. So this coffee is setting you up for letting yourself to eat more oxidants. So if you want to eat more oxidants, drink some Exhale Coffee. And how can they get a good discount, Lee?
They can head over to exhalecoffee.com, and if you want to go and set up a subscription with them, they can deliver as much as you like, really, every week, every other week, whatever you like. But if you set up a subscription with them, you will get 40% off your first 2 bags just by using the code ExhaleWrestle. That's exclusive to Ministry of Slam.
Yeah,
40% off your first 2 bags with a subscription. So that's over at exhalecoffee.com. Go and check those guys out.
You'll be supporting the show, and even just try it for the 1 subscription. If you want to try one or 2 bags, it's honestly absolutely tasty super coffee.
It is.
It's really
Berkeley's, I'm pretty much a doctor. That's a shirt right there.
I pretty much am a doctor. Is it time for Merrill?
It's time for Merrill, I think. Yeah. The only thing that could outdo the awesomeness of Exhale Coffee.
Is Grot Bags out? Oh, maybe you'll come see me. You might see Grot Bags in a minute, guys.
Yeah.
Here you go, Merrill. So, Merrill.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi, Merrill.
Hi, Lee. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Merrill. You all right?
Yeah, good, thanks. You okay?
Good. Not bad.
So, Merrill, this was going to be last week's Merrill Mania, but we couldn't do it because I had COVID. I was feeling rough.
And Merrill was busy doing the old very serious wrestling
Merrill
promo.
done very serious.
Oh, yeah.
That was good.
That was good.
That took everyone by surprise, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So this guy got fired by his daddy. So his daddy sacked him. So this is Shane McMahon. What do you think Shane McMahon looks like?
I've always known what he looks like.
Oh, this is going to be a good one.
I've always known. He definitely has something to do with like a turtle. I think. Yeah, he's like a turtle.
Right. Explain.
Yeah. I think it's like well, when I had pet terrapins when I was a kid, which are kind of.
You always know it's going to be good when Merrill starts off when I had pet terrapins.
Well, they had like like this weird hexagon-shaped head.
Right.
Yeah, and it really is like his shaped head.
Wow.
There's a lot of angles going on.
There are a lot of angles going on in Shane McMahon's head. I agree.
Angles. Yeah.
I can see it now.
Yeah, and know how his head is quite small compared to the size of his body.
Yeah.
So it's like his body is the body with the big shell on the back.
Oh, right.
His little head poking out. It's all hexagon-y.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I just imagine him feeding him lettuce.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
And maybe that's why he's the best fighter in the world.
Yeah, no, I've always thought that about him, and that probably is why.
Wow. There we go.
That's amazing.
So Shane McMahon is a turtle?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
There you go.
That's definitely a turtle.
There you go.
I've always thought that about him. I just know.
Awesome. Thank you, Meryl.
The powers are strong.
Thank you, Meryl. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Meryl.
Okay, bye.
So if anyone listens to MOS Classic as well, that Meryl's first ever Meryl Mania's room, Meryl MOS Classic now.
Is it? What? Who does she do it on?
She does it on Free Wrestlers at the same time.
3. Oh, okay. Who were the wrestlers?
I don't know who she does it. I think one was Edge, one was CM Punk, one was Vince McMahon.
Right. Okay. Oh, well, that's good. So that's all a reason to go and check out MOS Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. Check it out on the audio feed there.
Definitely.
Love it. Love it.
My headphone socket was a bit weird. Can hear you.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking, like, everyone's talking about Shane McMahon disappearing and making his own company.
Yeah.
UFC has the Octagon. TNA used to have the 6-sided ring. So maybe now they're going to bring back, Shane McMahon brings in the hexagon because that's the shape of his head.
The shell.
The shell.
Yeah, from the shell.
It's the Super Shell Bowl.
Yeah.
There we go. Shane McMahon, Meryl Mania.
Looks like a turtle.
He looks like a turtle. Amazing. Okay, so I think it's about time for our first break of the night, Lawrence. Then we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit about AEW Dynamite. A couple of big debuts that happened.
Yes.
Over on AEW this week. It's going to be awesome. So we'll be back straight after this break with some Dynamite discussion.
Cool. Let's go, Lee.
Let's go.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey guys, Lawrence here with a quick update of what's coming up on the MOS Network. Thank you very much for checking out this show. It means a lot to Lee and me, and we are so excited about what's going to happen in 2022. If you missed it last week, we have added, we have signed, we have joined forces, we have assembled with the main man, Mr. Andy Evans, and he is part of the MOS Network. And every single Wednesday on this network across the information superhighway, Andy will be broadcasting his retro chat show. Go back in time, go back to the 80s and find out about all the awesome retro chat that Andy talks about and brings to the table. And podcast listeners, that show will be going live in the podcast feed every single Thursday. So bonus content in the podcast feed. Remember, we also have MOS Classic. Find out what was happening in wrestling 12 years ago this very week. That goes into the podcast feed every single Friday. A very different Lawrence is on that show. I didn't know much about wrestling. Do I know much about wrestling now? I don't really know. But it's a good fun thing to listen to. And it's a good time portal going back 12 years to finding out just when Hulk Hogan signed for TNA. So it's a very interesting thing to go and listen to. You can follow the timeline of what was happening in wrestling 12 years ago. It's really, really quite fun to listen to. Please remember to come and check out all of our social media platforms. Facebook.com/MOS Network, YouTube.com/The MOS Network. Follow us on this Twitch channel. Follow us across all the social platforms because we post content across all those platforms all week long. And please do remember to share any of our content. It will help the MOS Network and the MOS Army grow, and we can get more members into this awesome community that we are all part of. Thank you very much to all of you guys for watching. Thank you very much for all of you podcast listeners for checking out the show. It means a lot. Tell a friend. Help spread the word of the MOS Network. Wrestling wins. Thank you, everyone. Much love. Bye-bye.
This is Jerry Lynn, the New Effin' Show, and you're listening to the Ministry of Slum.
We are back, Lee.
Oh, yeah.
That's so good. Of course, Lawrence, was it last week we did the debut of the MOS Arena?
No.
It was, wasn't it?
Oh, it was it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It was our very
sick,
first match. You were sick. You weren't around for it. So this is your first one watching the new MOS Arena live. Before we get into Dynamite, we've got a huge match coming up this week. And basically, it's Lawrence coming back with a vengeance.
Well,
trying to bring some of his passions into the MOS Arena.
We thought we'd basically change the discipline in the MOS Arena this week. We need to change the discipline. Wrestling is great, but we need to change the fighting discipline tonight. So tonight we're going to have an all karate battle. And tonight in the MOS Arena, we have got Johnny Lawrence representing Cobra Kai versus Daniel LaRusso representing Miyagi-Do. Who will win in this epic battle of two of the greatest fighters of all time? Will there be revenge for the All Valley tournament in 1984? Who knows? But we will find out a bit later on this episode of the Ministry of Slam and in the YouTube feed later on in the week. It's going to be epic.
Brilliant. That is brilliant. I'm excited about that. That looks cool.
It does.
It's going to be good. I wonder if, like, instead of the MOS Arena, we could get a version of the All Valley Arena, just with the karate mat on there. I bet you could.
It's gonna be good. I don't know. Is this a rematch of season 4? It is literally a rematch of the All Valley tournament in 1984 franchise. Who will win? Find out.
Going to be good. Let's move on to Dynamite this week, Lawrence. We were hyped about it last week. We talked about it on MOS, and the big debut that Tony Khan teased was actually turned out to be 2 debuts, which was a little bit odd. But first of all, as we mentioned earlier, Keith Lee arrives in AEW, and he really sort of made his presence felt. I've said a lot about AEW debuts, the fact they've had too many and there's too many people floating around. They don't have any impact anymore. But Keith Lee did look like a monster. Yes. Isaiah Cassidy was the perfect person to put him in there with, because especially that first throw he did when he nearly hit his head on the top of the arena.
Oh, the Beal threw him miles, didn't he? It was good.
Yeah, it literally launched him. Really, really good, and just looked like an absolute monster. The thing where he does the leapfrog and then immediately gets down and.
He didn't look as mobile as he was when we've recently seen him on Raw. I don't think he's put on a bit.
Probably
of weight.
Not. But again, I mean, he's not been wrestling for however long.
He could have been wrestling, just not on telly, couldn't he?
True. And stuff. And I love that sort of cross body block that he does, where he doesn't even really take off; he just falls on him sideways. That was quite good.
I thought it was great. It's going to be awesome. But we've also, like we've been saying, just had Jay Leaf will turn up. And all these other people. What will Keith Lee be doing in 3 or 4 weeks? Yes, he's doing the Revolution match. That's awesome. Okay, but what's he going to be doing? It's just so many people, and then Jay White turns up just before as well, and it's like what Jay White and now Keith Lee. I feel like it's too many people to.
It is
like Red Dragon were there, and they are involved in. It's so silly. Like Red Dragon were involved in the Adam Cole and Young Bucks storyline. Now they've just disappeared.
Yeah, and Adam Cole's just happily wandering around with the Young Bucks the whole time.
Yeah, and then I've got Jay White in as well now. It's like, it doesn't make sense. Nothing. Yeah. It doesn't need to make me it's wrestling, but it's just too many people, man. You want to see what Red Dragon do against the Bucks or some sort of thing like that. You don't want to see another new person turn up. And as much as these guys are great wrestlers, there's enough great wrestlers. I want to see Brian Pillman Jr. do something awesome in a storyline.
Yeah.
Or
I want to see Brian Pillman snap and go like his dad did, like loose cannon style, and start attacking people and stuff. That'd be awesome.
I don't want to see Keith Lee or these other guys. They're great. Don't get me wrong. They're amazing, awesome wrestlers. But I don't want to see them turning up on AEW.
I find, Jay White turning up is interesting, but again, a lot of people don't realize who he is. I mean, he's been obviously in New Japan. Yeah. He's been on Impact, which, let's be realistic, not that many people watch these days. Yeah. And I used to love TNA, but not many people watch Impact. But the crowd did pop a little bit when they showed him on the video, and they were mentioning Bullet Club quite a lot. I wonder if AEW are gonna. I don't know what the state of play is with the trademark of Bullet Club, because they were using it in ROH, obviously used it in New Japan. I don't know where the trademark sits there. Would they bring in, because that's a lot of t-shirts they could sell.
Kenta turned up with the Bullet Club, didn't he, as well?
Yeah,
Kenta turned up last year.
It'd be interesting to see Jay White link up with those guys, and then that's when Kenny makes his return, because he said he was going to try and make a February or March return, didn't he?
That could be cool, Jay White, Adam Cole and Red Dragon versus Kenny and the Young Bucks and someone else from the Bullet Club. I don't know, something like that. It just that's maybe a good story, but no, that would be a good story, and the wrestling would be great, but it's just too many people and not enough TV time. Yeah. And I've not felt like that's been too much of a problem. There's wrestlers I'm getting into, and I enjoy seeing wrestle and storylines and things for them. And then they're not on telly enough, and they're not used. And like,
just like Red Dragon, that is the perfect analogy, because so much hype was made for them, and then like they're just not around anymore.
Look at Kyle O'Reilly. He was like the top of the card in NXT against Adam Cole on that last year's WrestleMania takeover last year. Yeah, now he's just haven't seen him on telly for 3 or 4 weeks. He should be like, and I understand. I don't know. I don't. I think it's too many people, dude. I don't like all these people turning up. Keith Lee's not needed. They got Powerhouse Hobbs as a massive guy who can move fast. They don't need Keith Lee there. That should be Powerhouse Hobbs kicking ass and being in that ladder match.
The Gruffs just said, I'd never seen a Keith Lee match in my life, so he's completely new to me. I do hear a lot of hype about him, though. I mean, to me, he's like almost a modern day, like Bam Bam Bigelow Vader type guy, sort of a really big guy, but he can, doesn't just lumber around the ring like Mark Henry or Big Show. He can actually move a bit.
Yeah.
Which is quite good. Kyle O'Reilly's on paternity leave, says the Gruff.
That's great. But there's a lot of it. That was just one example. There are a lot of examples of people like why is Keith Lee in that? And I know he's a big name and a big star. That could be Powerhouse Hobbs in that role. Totally could be that, like chucking that Isaiah Cassidy around and throwing him around and just destroying him. That could totally be Powerhouse Hobbs. It's kind of the same character in a way.
Yeah,
I feel.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because you don't need Keith. Like, it's great having him in there, but if he's not on telly and he's not used,
you don't need it.
Or someone like Powerhouse Hobbs isn't used, you don't need it.
Yeah,
I prefer it's Powerhouse Hobbs.
Kind of taken out some TV time for some of the new guys, like Hook. Obviously appeared on Rampage. But yeah, I mean, someone that you're trying to get over like that. I mean, they're really trying hard with Wardlow. Yeah,
Wardlow. Yeah. Thanks for the follow, Grey Wolf.
What did you think of the Hangman Page and Lance Archer?
Well, disgusting.
Yeah, it was a hell of a cut, wasn't it?
That fork, Lance Archer got the fork and it was had the Hangman's blood in it. He put it in his mouth. Ugh.
Yeah, that was not fun.
That is gross. What is that about? Why would someone do that? Oh, you're nice. What a nice player.
I mean, I think the main thing about that is you then had Adam Cole come out at the end and almost picked up the belt and gave it to Hangman to sort of ensure that you've then got Adam Cole going to be challenging Hangman Page. Another thing you could do is have Adam Cole win the title from Page, then Kenny turns up and says, I want my belt back. And then you've got, what do the Bucks do? Who do the Bucks side with? Yeah. Is Kenny a good guy or a bad guy? Is he part of the
I
Young
think
Bucks family?
It's good. That would be good. I feel like Adam Cole has been such a all farts, no poop champion for AEW. Great matches, but where's the storylines? I think the storylines with Kenny before when he was the belt collector. And even Christian leading up to fighting Kenny, I feel like there was a better story there, to be honest, a little bit, sorry to say.
No, you're right.
Even Brian, the stories with Brian wrestling Kenny, and, I don't know. I feel like Hangman isn't a great champion. It'd be good. I wouldn't mind him losing the belt to get someone else, get someone else having the belt. I don't know. As much as I like watching AEW, I feel like stuff like, the investment you put into watching the show, if they're bringing all these people, isn't paid off anymore.
Well, this is the thing, because you get excited about, yay, guess what? They've got Jay Lethal, and you get all excited. And you tune in next week to see what Jay Lethal's going to do, and then he's not on the show for another 3 weeks.
Yeah. I know when against Ricky Starks last week. But yeah, that's like an example. They're not... Yeah. If someone like Keith Lee's coming in, you're not going to have Jay Lethal on telly again, and it's just too many people, dude.
And if you like the young sort of kid version of the Varsity Blondes, people really like them. They're like stereotypical good guys. I love them. Love to see them on TV all the time. They're on TV once and then they disappear for another 3-4 weeks, and you then get a bit bored with it after
Brody
that.
King and all these sort of Brody King came in. I mean, my God, all these people keep turning up and then they're like, oh, just gone.
One match and disappear.
I can't remember the actual word when Matt Hardy walked off in that match. They said, "Oh, look, he's getting a bit erratic," was it, or something? They said about him. Like, oh, he's going to become all delete.
Erratic behaviour.
Yeah, he's going to become all delete Matt Hardy again, isn't
he? That was a thing with the erratic behaviour, because that was what they said about WWE. They had to get rid of Hardy because he had erratic behaviour in that match.
Oh, okay, that was it.
They're saying to Matt Hardy, "Oh yeah, he's showing some erratic behaviour there." That's all just teasing that Jeff Hardy,
because they are wrestling on the 12th, aren't they, as well? At an independent show, so he will easily be in AEW, because Well, that's money as well, and that's viewers. He's still a big star at Jeff Hardy, and he can still work our style, and it'd be good to see him.
Just needs to stop doing the leaping off the top of the arena onto people through 8,000 chairs and tables. And
like that's okay, but again, you don't want to see take one away from. You want to see them wrestling the Varsity Blondes and people.
You've got Darby Allin. Why do you need Jeff Hardy?
Exactly.
You've got this generation's
unless you have Darby Allin versus Jeff and Darby Allin wins. Now that would be something I'd like to see.
Shakes his hand, raises his arm, and sort of like Undertaker and Maven back in the day. Yeah. Oh no, Undertaker and Jeff Hardy. Sorry, where Undertaker raised Jeff Hardy's hand. It's like, oh yeah, I beat him, but he really kicked my ass.
No, I'd like to see that. That wouldn't be too bad for a little run. You don't want to be in the main event or in title matches and things like that. But
no,
I don't know. I feel
then you bring out the Hardys every so often for a special occasion or something.
Yeah, like I don't know. As much as it's great that these guys are turning up, I just feel like it's too much, and you know,
not enough TV time.
Yeah, like there wasn't any payoff to the Moxley Daniel Bryan thing about hinting of a stable. That didn't happen again this week.
And Moxley it was all Punk. About the tag team. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, there was another backstage segment with Bryan, but. It's just, I don't know. It's not enough. Not that am I complaining or being negative about the fact there's too many good wrestlers there? I feel like I am, because I feel like it could be better for my investment of time to get into a wrestler like Powerhouse Hobbs or Ricky Starks, who's good wrestler, And what did you think of the Inner Circle stuff?
It's just inevitable what's going to happen, isn't it? With the whole. There's going to be a breakup, and one of them's finally going to turn and start beating the shit out of Jericho, and Jericho will be off TV for a few months. Something like that will happen.
Well, I think Santana, he said I've got the wrong members of LAX. I think Santana and Ortiz will beat it. Well, hopefully they win. I think they need to win. Like maybe Hager turns on Jericho as well. That'd be quite cool. And Sammy, and he becomes the new leader of the Inner Circle.
Or just break it up. I mean, why do it... They're never on TV as a group anymore. A bit like the Pinnacle.
Yeah.
They're never all together anymore. So almost what's the point in having them as a group?
Yeah.
Just stick to some individuals and some tag teams. And, the MJ, Pinnacle doesn't really matter anymore because it's all about Wardlow when he turns on.
I did like it eventually. At the start of Dynamite when the Pinnacle come out together. I don't mind them not interacting for ages, then they do come together for little segments like that. I think that's quite good. One of them achieves something and they all celebrate it.
They didn't come out to their Pinnacle music though. It was all like, oh look, here's FTR. They came down to their music. Then Sean Spears came out. Wardlow came out to no music, and I know that was to try and build the the fact that Wardlow didn't get any music, and that was all about MJF. But I don't know. Just a bit. It's just not right, really, to me.
Fran the Can says I'm complaining, or we're complaining about the slow burn of stories in AEW, but WWE rush everything. Yeah, no, I agree. I'd rather them breathe, but I feel like you're not getting. Someone like Powerhouse Hobbs is going to be in the same position again in 6 months because all these people keep coming in. You want to invest in the guys who are there as a character.
It's not about they slow burn stories. It's they seem to start stories and then forget about them or continue a storyline. Like, again, just for an example, it was they started to build a storyline. Right, was Adam Cole gonna side with the Young Bucks, or was he going to side with Red Dragon? They're both his friends. Who's he going to go with? And then all of a sudden, I know, there's paternity leave involved, but AEW need to look forward. And, now Adam Cole's spending all of his time with the Young Bucks, and it's as if that little angle didn't happen.
Yeah.
They just don't seem to look forward enough in the storylines. And, if you, realistically, if you're trying to get your head into the game of some of these characters, Danielson wants John Moxley on his side to form a tag team or a stable or something to take over AEW.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So when's the only time, if you're thinking as the wrestler Bryan Danielson, as the character Bryan Danielson, okay, I spoke to him on last week's Dynamite. The next time I'm going to see him will be on next Wednesday's Dynamite. I'm going to make sure I speak to him and find out what his next response is. Not I'm going to leave it 3 or 4 weeks and then see what he says. What's that all about?
That's what happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because like Brian Cage never got any comeuppance for the FTW championship. Like
just disappeared.
Just disappears and stuff. And he was really cool. There's a lot of stuff that happens and it doesn't sort of pay off. And then your investment, or you like that character. So I don't know a lot of the contracts will go in as well. You can, in a way, you can avoid that a bit more with AEW a little bit. So you don't know the contracts are coming up. So.
Yeah, but I mean, they do, and they can plan the storylines around it. Brian Cage, I think, is due to leave pretty soon. He might have already, but if they knew that was happening, have a definitive ending to the storyline. Have him get beaten by whoever, Ricky Starks or whatever, and then he sort of walks out. At least that's a conclusive end to the storyline. Bye bye, Brian Cage. See you later. But now we're just sort of left hanging. Like, whatever happened to that?
I agree. There's some stuff that's really cool, and the slow burn is good, but it's just the out that main core of characters, like the wrestlers that turn up or the characters that turn up, they're not used. Like Powerhouse, yeah, he's on Dark and Dark Elevation, but that's not story. It's not too storyline driven. It's more records and win records and things like that.
Yeah, well, what a great match that was.
Yeah, like I feel like it's a shame you're not seeing more of a Brian Pillman there, Brian Pillman Jr. doing, because I think people would love to see that. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong to see it. You know,
Frankie Kazarian. You know, people like him. You know, he's signed a new contract. He's still really good for the age that he is. And again, he'll appeal to the old people who, you know, for example, like me, who used to really like TNA and would like to see someone like a Kazarian in the ring there. They gave him this elite killer.
That was dropped. He was the elite killer, like a Punisher. He looked like the Punisher logo, and then that was just disappeared as well.
Yeah, every time the elite were in the ring, he'd come out and start nailing one of them and
help Christian. Yeah,
exactly. But that just doesn't happen anymore. There just needs to be consistency with the storylines, and I think there's so many people there, they're gonna struggle.
I feel like they are a little bit, and it's a shame because, like, it's something like the Face the Revolution ladder match. That should be a Powerhouse Hobbs in it.
Yeah,
I really feel like that. And he does a great showing. Oh, he was awesome. Remember? He was really cool.
Yeah.
You know, it pays off, and then maybe a year later it pays off. You know, or a Scorpio Sky, or you know, they haven't announced everyone yet, but do you know what I mean?
Very odd. Anyway, we'll see what happens this week on Dynamite, and hopefully, I mean, we know Tony Khan listens to this show, so you know, hopefully he'll pick up all of our thoughts.
No, it's all bad. I don't feel like I can get super excited about these guys turning up to myself. Yeah. I'm interested to see what happens later on, and the other guys you invest in a bit. And there are there's people like Darby's brilliant and MJF's brilliant. They do build up new people, brilliant. Like MJF is one of the biggest stars in wrestling. Darby Allin is, you know, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. There's these people I didn't know about until really. And then on the positive side of Keith Lee is that when we were doing the Sports Hours on Twitch, I was watching a lot of his independent matches, and he's a badass off the chain from WWE. He is going to be awesome, and it's going to be, and maybe it doesn't matter about the other people because he'll just outshine everyone and he'll be in a great role, and it'd be great TV, and it won't matter. But there is an also element of he turns up and it's taken away from the other people that you'd like to have seen in that role. So.
It'd be good if he just does sort of slowly earn his shot. He just into the mix, couple of other feuds first, you know, not around a title or anything, and then, you know, if he wants to move up, maybe a TNT champion or something like that. I think that would be great.
Seffi, Tony Khan has zero experience booking outside of the fancy feds. It's like the women's division revolving just around Britt and Jade. There's more to life than just two of them, says Mr. Priceless.
That is true. You know, Jade Cargill, I'm not going to go on a Jade Cargill rant again, but she just looks bored all the time and she doesn't know anything about being a character. Even though she is actually picking, you know, she is getting a lot better in the ring. You've got to say that every time you see her, she's a lot better in the ring, performance wise, you know, doing the wrestling, but just character wise, persona wise, she just looks bored all the time. Britt Baker is amazing, but you need strong characters around them to make it worthwhile. You know, is anyone really going to be surprised that Britt is beating all these people that get thrown away because you don't care about it?
Isn't Thunder going against Jade Cargill? It's Thunder Rosa, isn't it? There should be shouldn't we be seeing Thunder Rosa versus Britt? That was a ready-made promo.
Yeah.
And that's another drop storyline, wasn't it? Britt and Jamie Hayter. There was tension now. It's gone now. You know?
Yeah, it's just disappeared now. Yeah.
I don't know.
Very weird. Anyway, that's us whinging about AEW. Who'd have thought it?
It's positive.
It's not whinging.
Dude, there's a lot of amazing stuff, and it's very exciting to watch. But it's just a shame certain bits are a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
We're spoiled for choice. It's like a buffet of wrestling, and it's good. It's a good buffet, but maybe I've eaten too much.
Yeah, and when the buffet is just when they over cater and there's just too much food there and not enough people, and you're like, there's all this leftover.
Oh man, yeah.
What are you going to do with that?
What am I going to do with all this food? Oh, dude.
Anyway, so that was Dynamite, and we will follow it up again next week. We'll find out what happens on Dynamite next week. Right, shall we have a chat about our good friend Glenn over at GX Accounts, because it's rapidly approaching MOS Arena time.
Yes.
And our good friend Glenn has supported us with the MOS Arena as one of the official sponsors of the MOS Arena. So check out gxaccounts.com for all of your accounting needs. Glenn's a great guy. Go over there, tell him Ministry of Slam sent you if you need anything doing accounting wise. And we're going to take a quick break, talk about Glenn, and then we're going to come back with the MOS Arena, Daniel LaRusso versus Johnny Lawrence in one of the biggest rematches in history.
It's a good match too. So we'll be back after these messages. Ministry of Slam would like to thank our Ministry of Slam Arena sponsor, GX Accounts.
We are in the lush branded GX Accounts studio here as we welcome GX Accounts to the Ministry of Slam team. GX Accounts are recognized as a leading cloud accounting firm in the UK. They work with online packages such as Xero, QuickBooks, Free Agent, and Dext. They take the pain out of bookkeeping and they keep their clients on top of their taxes and free up their time so they can do what they want in their spare time, such as watching wrestling or even watching Ministry of Slam. If people want to get in touch with GX Accounts, they can do so over at their website, gxaccounts.com.
Or you can check out the GX Accounts social media. Just search GX Accounts on Facebook and Twitter. Or GX Glenn is in the Discord. Just sling him a message over there. Ministry of Slam would like to thank GX Accounts for sponsoring the Ministry of Slam Arena. Not only does wrestling win, but GX Accounts wins. Welcome everyone to the Ministry of Slam Arena! Yeah! How you doing, Lee?
I'm doing good. It's great to be back in the MOS Arena, and we've got a bit of a different one coming up this week. It's should be sponsored by Netflix, I reckon, this one.
It is sponsored by Netflix. They've given us millions and millions of pounds to put on this match between a man who is all about sweeping the leg, Johnny Lawrence.
Wow, and a man who's a bit more zen about it, who is going to be his opponent, who's coming up in just a moment. There's Johnny Lawrence in the middle of the ring. Here he is, representing Miyagi-Do Dojo. It's Daniel LaRusso.
Unbelievable. All about the balance here, Lee. All about the balance. Karate's best form of offense is defense, or the best form of offense is no defense. Or
giving away the crane kick. Oh, no.
Yes. But here we go. Will Johnny Lawrence sweep the leg? Will he show no mercy? Who will win this epic battle? And here we go, Lee, fight!
Here we are. Oh, wow.
A bit of a fast karate battle here, Lee. A battle for the ages, to be honest. This is bigger than WrestleMania 3.
LaRusso just doing some lots of defensive stuff, not striking or anything.
No, he struck there.
But then he just kicked him in the face.
Who's this? Oh my God,
oh my God.
John Kreese.
John Kreese.
He's down.
Well, whose side is he going to be on, though?
I think he's on Johnny Lawrence's.
Sweep the leg.
Oh my
wow,
God.
So,
Cobra Kai is kicking Miyagi-Do's ass right now.
Oh.
Kreese in there.
Oh, straight in there.
Oh no, Daniel Russo is in trouble, Lee.
Oh my God, he's got hold of his leg.
He's got him.
Terrifying. Look at that. Unbelievable.
He goes for the armbar. LaRusso's got Johnny Lawrence an armbar. Kreese breaks it up. Kreese has got LaRusso. He's going to tap out.
Mel's just keeping out of the way. This is not fair at all. 2-on-1.
They're showing no mercy to that LaRusso.
But LaRusso's doing all right. Oh no, he's just fallen down.
Kid.
There we go. We've had enough now. Kreese is gone.
Kreese is going to get him in a body bag, mate. In a body bag.
But who've we got? Yeah, here we go. In a leg lock, Johnny Lawrence.
This is an epic match. It's very fast, Lee. It's a very fast wrestling match here. Daniel LaRusso, Johnny Lawrence, about here. Wow, big kick by Daniel LaRusso. Merrill goes for the cover. 2 count.
Interesting. Johnny Lawrence going with the leg stuff there. So Daniel LaRusso cannot do the crane kick.
Yeah, well, you sweep the leg. Takes to get to the. Well, I don't know. You say, big kick. Lawrence. You say that, but Johnny Lawrence did sweep the leg, and that's what made him use the crane kick originally in the.
That's true.
Back in 1984 league. But of course, this is now all these years later. And will Johnny Lawrence be able to use the crane kick again? Oh, look at these kicks.
Dude. Oh, surely can't withstand this so much longer. Oh, wow.
Wow, big kick by Johnny Lawrence in the face. Who's this?
This is mad. Who's this?
It's Mr. Miyagi.
I thought he was dead.
No, he's not, because we got a time machine in the MOS Arena.
Oh, of course we have it.
Oh my God. Big kick by Johnny Lawrence just swept Daniel Lawrence's head. Mr. Miyagi's there. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Wow, look at this. Oh.
Who'll win?
Mr. Miyagi, he's all about the defense, but it's, double team.
Unbelievable. Fear does not exist in this MOS Arena, Lee.
Unbelievable. Look at it. Mr. Miyagi doing way more damage than John Kreese did.
Doing a lot more damage than John Kreese did. Of course, he was a bit of a badass, Mr. Miyagi, wasn't he? Oh, he's got him in an armbar. Will Merrill make
armbar.
Tap out. Mr. Miyagi's had enough.
gets out the ring. There we go. It's back to one-on-one again.
The epic battle is back. Big kick by LaRusso. Big kick by Johnny Lawrence. They both go down, but Johnny Lawrence has got LaRusso up. Look at this from LaRusso.
Oh, wow.
Unbelievable.
That was ridiculous.
Goes for the cover.
One, two. It's under the ropes, Merrill. Oh.
Big kick by LaRusso again. Johnny Lawrence is down. Johnny Lawrence is down. LaRusso.
Armbar. His feet are under the ropes. Merrill, what a controversial decision. Daniel LaRusso's feet were under the ropes.
Unbelievable. Johnny Lawrence gets revenge for the All Valley Tournament in 1984. Johnny Lawrence wins. Let's take a look at that again. Unbelievable karate moves in the MOS arena. And Johnny Lawrence beats Daniel LaRusso. Shows no mercy. Puts him in a body bag. Back to the studio. Unbelievably, Johnny Lawrence shows no mercy on Daniel LaRusso and gets revenge for the All Valley Tournament back then in the 80s.
You say revenge, Lawrence, but Daniel LaRusso's feet were clearly under the ropes. We need an investigation, maybe a rematch. Maybe we get some of these other people involved, Mr. Miyagi and John Kreese. Maybe get Terry Silver as a special guest referee this time. That'll be interesting.
Do you think Terry Silver maybe paid off Merrill so she didn't see the foot under the rope?
I don't know, Lawrence. He's got a lot of money on his side. It wouldn't surprise me. That Merrill, she's always up to no good.
She is up to no good, but it was a good fight. An epic battle of epic proportions. Johnny Lawrence gets revenge for the All Valley Tournament back in the 80s. Unbelievably. But you know where you can get good revenge? Good positive revenge?
Good revenge.
Good positive energy and wrestling good times? The Ministry of Slam on the MOS Network. Tell them about it, Lee.
The MOS Network is where you can get all sorts of amazing content. Not only have you got Ministry of Slam and Ministry of Slam Classic, you have got the Ministry of Horror with Tez, Retro Chat with Andy, loads of other great clips and all sorts of stuff. Make sure you subscribe now. And of course, the MOS Arena every single week. We're going to be doing some great matches. So much good content over there. Check it out. It's awesome.
And ladies and gentlemen, make sure you come and join us every single Sunday on this very channel because we are live with the Ministry of Slam Pro Wrestling Show, talking the week's wrestling news, reviewing pay-per-views, this week in wrestling history, all the wrestling stuff you ever want. Wrestling wins, Lee.
Wrestling wings every single Sunday with the Ministry of Slam and every single day with the MOS Network.
This is Chris Jericho telling all of you UK parasites, hypocrites, liars, and cheaters that you are listening to the Ministry of Slam, and they are the best in the world at what they do.
We are back, Lee! We're back. Yes, that was a good match, wasn't it? Oh my God.
Match two. Of the series between, well, technically match 3. If you've seen the latest season of Cobra Kai.
That was the best episode of the last series of Cobra Kai.
That was.
It was so exciting.
And the second match of the new MS Arena.
And our time machine coming into work there again. Our time machine, Mr. Miyagi.
Bring back dead people. To even up the odds.
Yeah, it was great.
Amazing.
What about Show No Mercy? Bitches,
I love it,
as they say. But yeah, there we go. So Johnny Lawrence gets revenge for the All Valley Tournament 1984, and he beats Daniel LaRusso. And scene. So, podcast listeners, if you want to check that out, check it out. Who wins out of Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRusso? It'll be on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/the MOS Network, and also on our Facebook page, facebook.com/MOS Network. This Thursday, and please go and give those pages a like and subscribe. And also, if you missed it earlier on in the podcast, we are posting some classic MOS interviews up on those channels. They're really good. Soundbite sort of segments of 4 or 5 minute little clips. It's really, really cool stuff. So please go check them. Clip it.
That's a good one. It's like a clip and a snippet. It's a
clip it. Go check them out, guys. Audiograms is a new thing I discovered this week.
Let's trademark clip it.
I'm sure I was annoying Lee every day. I was like, look, I found this thing out, Lee. I just message Lee every day. It's like, fuck off, Lawrence. See, it's true. He's laughing. Go back
you've got like you've got this knack, right, of like I wake up like 6 a.m. and I get on the computer and I do bits and whatever. Now I'm working from home at the moment. I've got my setup here with the 2 screens and the keyboard, mouse, everything. And I work from home every other week. So when I work from home, I bring my computer tower home. I unplug everything from my normal computer, plug it into my work computer.
Yeah.
And everyone who works like from home or whatever, VPNs and logging into all these like multiple different systems and stuff. So like I do all my MOS stuff like at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, shoot it off to Lawrence. I'm like, right, then unplug my computer, shut it all down, plug everything into mine. And then it normally gets like, if you check some of your messages, Lawrence, it's normally like 8:59 or like 1 minute past 9.
Just
you're like,
unplugged it all.
Hey mate, you're right. Should we do this? I'm like, fucking hell, Lawrence. I've just unplugged everything and I've started working.
Don't worry, Lee. My isolation has ended now, so you won't be annoyed by me anymore in the week.
It's not annoying. I think we're just in different time zones.
Yes, it is. It's I was a staff. Hey mate, I've just seen Shawn Michaels in Baywatch all week. Hey mate, look at squat bags constantly.
So good.
All the time. It was
good
time. So luckily, I think all of isolation's ending for everyone soon, so that won't be a problem.
Yeah, if you get COVID, just go out lick people. It's fine.
It'll be all right. Everyone's
like the bushwhackers.
Everyone's protected now, so it should be fine, isn't it? So
yeah, bulletproof vests. Yeah, it's great.
It's good.
Now we're getting to a really exciting time, Lawrence, in the show because do you know what we're going to do now?
We get. Oh my god.
Listen to these.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So, if you missed it, guys, about 3 weeks ago, we got these. We've got a packet. Where I've got another one somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, there's another one here. Here you go. I've got them on the camera now. Nitro, Get in the Ring, 11 card slap pack.
Yeah, they were shit.
Slap it. They were awful.
They were shit.
Yeah.
So basically, we bought these WCW cards. We thought we'd open them up on the show, and they were the shittest. They were so shit. But after that show, we were like, we need to do some WF ones, and we looked at online. Lee found some, and and we went online. We bought some, and. This is it, Lee. We are opening right now some 30 and the packet. Like I said, if I found a condom and I needed one, the packet was this good, I'd still probably use it because the packet
with a picture of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Did Hulk Hogan ever do condoms?
I don't know. Probably he's done everything else, and it's still got 1991 Titan Sports Inc. Hulk Hogan is a trademark of the Marvel comic groups, licensed exclusively to Titan Sports.
What can we win? Is there a official rules inside? World Reservation win a classic WWF Superstars of the World Reservation Collectors kit. 500 kits to be given away.
Yeah, that's interesting. Should we do it then? Are we going to? We'll do like one.
Should do it proper wrestlers. Oh my god!
Yeah.
And remember, just saying, this could be one of the greatest things ever. If either of us get the Undertaker rookie card, it's worth about £1,000.
So be careful when you open the thing. Don't like mess them up.
I just opened it with my mouth.
COVID from 1991.
Oh yeah. Smell 1991, quick.
Oh, just inhaled air from 1991. Yeah, it was awful back then.
It was great. It was my classroom then.
Right, I've got mine open now.
Oh no, Sophia just looked it up. Hulk Hogan didn't make a condom.
That'd
be really weird.
It's now open and the cards are out. They are face down, Lawrence, on my desk.
Oh, Pericles says he's got one somewhere. I can't open mine.
Here are the rules. The collector's kit includes a complete set of classic superstars of World Wrestling Federation Collector 1991 Series 1 cards. The price cannot be redeemed for cash. See official rules on the reverse side. Jesus, look at the state of that.
I opened it.
I bet it's... Oh, contest ends at 6 p.m. Eastern on October the 1st, 1991.
Shit, we're really late.
That was before The Undertaker beat Hulk Hogan for the WWF Championship.
Oh, these cards stink. Is there gum in them?
No, I don't think so. Oh, I've just seen a logo on the back of one of the cards that I've got. This is so good. So exciting.
Oh my god. This is it. Mine are open. Here we go. Oh my god.
Right, you do the first one, Lawrence.
Okay. Oh.
So have you got the rules in there as well?
I've got the rules. Okay, the rules. Oh no, it says that it's got a lot. Oh wait, here we go. So my first card, ladies and gentlemen, is. Oh my god! Wow.
Who's it? Who is it?
Really good. This is much better than this. It's Macho Man.
Macho King Randy. Macho King Randy Savage.
Macho King.
Not even Macho Man.
£245 from Saratoga, Florida. Elbow off the top rope. Known for his polished ability and killer instinct. Favorite quote. Yeah. You'll bow before the kingdom of madness. Oh, and you get little autograph logo. Oh my god, these are so much cooler than the WCW ones. Oh no, it gives it away. I need to put something on top. I know what my next one is already. Right, I've covered it. It's fine.
First one, the model, Rick Martel. There he is.
That's good.
Looking really good. And his favourite quote, which I've never heard him say, humility is the worst policy. Never heard him say that.
That is I've never heard him say it either.
His birthday's March the 18th, which means he'll not be on the 211 quiz this week.
Okay, I've got my next one. I know who it is, so I'm not.
Okay.
It is. Oh, the Mountie arresting someone, Canadian style.
Oh, look at that.
Hopefully he's not over there with those, freedom marches. You don't want him there. Let him be free. There
Wow.
he is, the Mountie.
From Canada.
From Canada. Birthday unknown. Trademark hold. The carotid control technique. Ooh. Known for zapping his opponents with his 4,000-volt cattle prod.
Wow.
Ooh. These are much better. I feel these are a bit special.
This is what you need, isn't it?
This is a bit more special than the shit WWF.
The Birdman, Coco Beware.
That's shit.
It's great. His birthday's on June the 20th. Everybody do the bird with me is his favourite quote.
What a letdown, Lee. You got the Coco Beware. Will either of us get Hulk Hogan?
I don't know. Could you imagine?
Card. Imagine if we get 1,000. Here we go. I've got Nasty Boys. The Nasty Boys. Just the Nasty Boys. But it's Brian Knobbs. Known for being one of the most brutal teams in the WWF.
Lawrence.
Yeah. Is that the Undertaker rookie card? Have you got it?
Have
you really just got... Look it up, quick. That's worth loads of money.
Shit. Yeah. Oh my God.
No,
hang on. There's one going for £1,106 plus. This is the one.
That's the one with the hat. That's what Barry
No.
says.
Hang on. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Look at what I've just put in the chat. This exact one is going for $1,500 US.
Fucking hell! Don't touch it. Put it on the ground.
I'm gonna put it back in the packet. Here it is. Go straight back in the packet.
Oh, we're both rich, Sophia.
Oh my God, wow. That's
Have you read?
Right, it's back in there. That's yeah.
No shit. I've got it up on my site as well. That's the one. My heart is beating fast.
I don't know what to do now. I mean, this really puts my...
Is that really the one?
Well, yeah.
That's the rookie card.
Yeah. I think...
You need to get a plastic sleeve, Lee. Order one now.
Okay, order a plastic sleeve for a trading card, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I've just ruined the rest of the segment. Oh God, eBay.
Prime it. Get it on Prime now. Prime it. Amazon Prime. Have we just literally found a £1,500 Undertaker card?
If you're watching this clip on YouTube, we just got £1,000.
Meryl. she's editing her next wrestling video. Have we really just found that, dude? Let's go to WrestleMania.
Yeah, let's do it. I think we're going to need more than that. We're going to need a few Undertaker cards. What am I looking for? Trading card. What, storage box? Is that what I'm looking for?
Plastic sleeve. Barracles has got one that's worth £300, and that's just Undertaker. That is the rookie. Oh, that's the one. Oh my God. Sorry, guys, we're a bit distracted. Sorry, podcast listeners.
Sorry about that. I don't. Can anyone find on Amazon what I need that's on?
Yeah, get a plastic sleeve, please, guys.
Yeah, can someone?
We'll continue on with the segment.
Yeah, we'll
fucking hell, Lee. That's awesome.
Oh man. Oh, right. Okay.
Sorry, podcast. Check the sold. I think I just broke himself.
Oh dear.
We done really well there, Lee.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what to.
I can't believe it.
Check the sold. What?
Check the sold?
What does check the sold mean?
I've got no idea, Barclays. Sorry, podcast. This is a bit of a distraction.
So there's one that he's posted which someone wants for $4.99, but it's all got like white round the edges. It's all like well used and roughed up. This is in mint condition. Literally, it's been out of the packet for 30 seconds.
Okay, right. I'm going to continue with my
line. Yeah, let's. Yeah. Ooh. Wow.
I've got Jake the Snake.
Which era of Jake? Oh, that's good guy Jake the Snake still. I think
It is. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm a bit. You have to get it graded and put it back into the plastic case. You have to get it graded, Lee.
Okay. And back into a plastic case. Okay, yeah.
We'll get absolutely. That graded.
Yeah.
Go for your next one, Lee.
My next one. It's the Bushwhackers.
Oh my god, I know what I've got next though. This is quite cool.
Go on.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan.
I've got Hulk Hogan. Good.
Whopping Dino Bravo.
Nice. Dino Bravo got shot by the mafia.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm still a bit sort of like, this is a bit of all farts no poop now.
I got the Barbarian. That's not an extremely expensive one, unfortunately. But there we go. Carry on.
I've got the $1 Million Man with the $1 Million Belt.
Oh, hang on. Which one have you got? I've got the $1 Million Man without the $1 Million Belt.
That's good, isn't it? Doing well here.
I think that's another 500 quid.
Oh my god! Imagine that. Whoever sold us these for the amount of money we pay for them is a bit good now.
Yeah, much better outcome than the WCW card, says Gruff.
The sensational Sherry with face paint like a tiger. What was that about?
Oh, that was from SummerSlam 1990, I think.
Really? Managing the Macho King. Kneel before Sensational Queen. February 8th is her birthday. Oh, she just had a birthday this week.
Well, we're not going to go into that. Yeah. Mr. Perfect.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Like that.
Kerry Von Erich looking like a proper 80s rocker.
He's looking like a stud, isn't he?
I can't believe we've just got Undertaker card, Lee. I'm a bit not for six.
I got another Mr. Perfect there.
That's cool.
He's looking good. That's an in-ring one.
I got another Mountie card.
Nice. Haku.
Oh, I'm glad I got Hulk
someone
Hogan
in the face. Yeah, Hulk Hogan one's good.
Here we go. I've got that's a good one. I've got another cool Macho King one.
I also have another Macho King.
Oh wow,
one.
that's a good photo of him.
That is pretty good. Just diving off doing the elbow drop.
I've got Coco Beware again. Lame.
Which one? I've got that one.
Oh, okay.
That's Coco Beware. It's my next one. And then
Power and Glory.
Oh, classic. And I've got the old Earthquake.
Oh, looking gross.
Yeah, that's pretty big, isn't it? There we go.
None of that Undertaker card have sold recently on eBay. Says
Berkeley's just wanting to ruin everyone's fun.
Ruin our excitement. Bloody hell, Berkeley's. Well, it was a fun segment. I can't believe we just. Well, what? There is one on there for that much money. There is. That's on eBay. There's probably a card collector, even if you don't get that much money.
Yeah.
Is it in a good? It's in a good spot, is it, Lee? You've got it protected.
Yeah. I mean, I've put it back in the packet, so it's nice and safe in the plastic wrapper now. So until I get the proper thingy,
we'll get it graded. Holy shit!
I was sat in your shed this afternoon.
This is in my shed, yeah, because I was out. Lee had to go pick it up.
Wow.
I'm a bit not for six, really, if that's real. That is the real one.
That is, isn't it? If you get it graded and it's a high score, it could be worth a good amount, at least 500.
It'd be a great score because it's not. I've just heard vicious rumors that some dudes have come into money. Do you need an account? Well, Glenn, Lee has just found. He's not going to get it out. You have to go back and replay now. We can't touch it.
No, I'm not going to touch it.
He's just found. We said before this segment, if you find the Undertaker rookie card number 30, it's worth 1,500 quid, and Lee got it in the packet.
That's mental. If you go back, you could probably see the exact moment I lock eyes with it, and I'm like, before I even told you. Anyway,
moving on. That was amazing.
I mean, I know we usually do the old cheesy let's calm down and like not be so excited because it's time to do a very serious wrestling promo, but seriously this time
this very serious wrestling promo is about it's an Undertaker one. Sorry to spoil it. I don't know. Wow, it's a sign. Oh my god,
it is a sign. It is a sign.
Our wrestling talk show, the UK's premier Sunday night wrestling talk show from two guys on the South Coast, has been severely derailed by finding a £1,500 Undertaker card. Tune in to Ministry of Slam next week to find out if we're still here or have we gone on holiday.
Yeah, we will be flying to the Super Bowl.
Oh mate,
like this evening.
It's exciting time. How much have we got? Well, we don't know yet, Glenn. We bought them for a nominal amount of money. A bit more normal cards because they're quite old and in good condition. And then, oh my god, Lee needs to have
That's
Shane
mad, isn't it?
McMahon theme playing for him. Well, they're both of ours, Gruff.
Yeah, exactly. It'll go into the MOS pot, I think.
It will go into the MOS kitty, which will get us to WrestleMania. No. All right. Okay, so let's calm down.
Right. Yeah, calm down.
I'm too excited. It's time for the very serious wrestling promo.
Wow.
So
Yeah, go on.
Derailed.
Let's do it.
So we'll be back after this, guys. After this.
And now, Ministry of Slam proudly presents a very serious wrestling promo.
Two things. First, I don't know if you realise it or not, but you've been trespassing on private property. You see, when you step through here, through these ropes, you're in my yard. And I can tell you this, you don't want to be here. Bad things happen in my yard. Bad things have been happening here for a very long time. Hell, you ought to know this better than anybody else. Because while you were scratching and kicking and clawing and screwing your way to the top of the mountain, you see, I was burying people underneath it, making it bigger all the time. Which brings me to my second point. Yeah, you've come a long way in 7 years. You play this game really well. In fact, there may be a day when you run the yard. But this ain't your day, boy. Now, I heard you say you beat The Rock. You beat Austin. You beat this guy. You beat that guy. Yeah? That's real good. Real good for you. Triple H, I'm gonna let you in on something. I ain't the people's champion. I ain't no rattlesnake. I'm the dead man. And if you try me, I'll make you famous. Cause it's like this, little man. You ain't ever beat me. Now, I don't like you. I don't respect you. And I sure as hell don't fear you. But seeing how you're standing in the middle of my yard, I will break you. The Undertaker, 8th of March 2001, WWF SmackDown.
And that was a very serious wrestling promo.
We are back, Lee! We're still in shock, I'll be honest.
I mean, lucky we're still here. Got on plane tickets, everything.
Hello, Mazzy. Hello, everyone. So, I'm pretty much in shock about that, Lee. I can't believe we've just found that card.
For those of us, I mean, Muzzy doesn't know about this because he's just joined.
So, Muzzy, we're not going to get it out. But, Lee, we've been opening up these wrestling cards here. We've got these 31-year-old wrestling cards. And we said before we started the show that... Sorry, I got a little bit of a COVID cough still, I think. My voice gets a bit dry when I talk too much. Anyway, we said before the segment, if we find the Undertaker rookie card, it's worth about £1,500. And Lee found it in the packet.
Mad, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Absolutely mad. So yeah, we've got it. I'm not going to take it out of the packet again and show everyone because it's now
a top loader. It's
away.
Called, Lee.
A top loader.
I'll order one after we finish the show.
Okay,
and I'll drop it over tomorrow. Protect that right
now. So there we go. Yeah, again, it doesn't take a lot to derail this show, but that definitely did.
That definitely derailed the show a little bit. Still derailed now, but that was a very serious wrestling promo, and all quite exciting. Wow! Thank you for being here, everybody.
I am, very
flabbergasted.
Yeah, absolutely flabbergasted. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to do This Week in Wrestling History. Now, what I've tried to do here is, obviously we've been going for a year now. So a lot of the stuff that we do on This Week in Wrestling History, we've done like last year. So I'm trying to choose like at least a couple different ones than we did last year.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that, we're, it's not the same content all the time.
Yeah.
So I think we've got a couple of different ones at least. And one that I only found out about this week.
Right. Okay.
That actually happened. Now, should we get to the first one, which is, it happened on 10th of February, 1986, which was 36 years ago.
Okay.
And that was Macho Man Randy Savage. We had a couple of cards of him a minute ago, defeating Tito Santana to win the WWF Intercontinental Championship. He was the this was the reign where first of Savage's title reigns in the WWF, and of course the first, Tito Santana had it for a very short period of time, but primarily that belt that he's got in his hand there, the one that we know as the classic Intercontinental belt, the Mr. Perfect belt, the Bret Hart belt, the Ultimate Warrior belt, he was kind of the first main champion to have it. They did give it to Tito Santana for a little while beforehand. But Savage was the one that made that belt famous, and really cool. There,
he had some knuckle dusters and lifted Tito Santana up through the ring and walloped on the head, and then chucked it. And the cameraman's there going, "What's this? I found this." Did he lose it at the next WrestleMania? Then was it 3? Was it just before 3?
Lost it at 1986 was WrestleMania 2, so still Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 2.
Wow.
Then moved over to. WrestleMania 3, lost it to Ricky Steamboat a year and a bit later.
So he was a baddie with Elizabeth.
He was.
So what was that storyline? How did that go then, with being a baddie but with the goody Elizabeth? Was it like
everyone hated her because everyone hated her or hated him because she was this nice, smiley, innocent little manager woman, and who would distract the bad guys, but only doing it really as a nice person.
She did do baddie stuff.
Well, she didn't really do baddie stuff, but because she was outside in her dresses and everything, everyone would be like, "Oh," and then Savage would attack her.
Okay.
But he was always attracted to her, making her open up the rim rakes for him and stuff.
Right, great heel stuff.
Yeah. So she was never a heel. She was always a face, but he was a heel through that time until build up to WrestleMania 4 and that kind of stuff, when he got attacked by the Honky Tonk Man and the Hart Foundation, and Hulk Hogan came out to help and that sort of stuff. So interesting times there. And of course this reign led to the classic match with Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 3.
Cool. That's really cool. It was a great champion for a year.
Not as cool.
That belt
was
that belt is really cool as well. I love belts that have got colour on them, mostly gold and a little bit of colour. That belt has got a little bit of red and blue for the world.
That is the Intercontinental title. Not that piece of crap that Nakamura had up until recently. Yeah. That's not it. That belt and the recreation of it that they did, that Cody Rhodes brought back a few years ago, that was really good. But the new version, awful.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, next one. And this is an interesting one. So this was it's actually 34 years ago. I put 32 there. Clearly, I was not awake. Right, 6th of February, 1988, 34 years ago. Now, we've said about this before. $1 Million Man paying off the evil twin referee, and Andre the Giant beats Hulk Hogan for the WWF title, hands it over to the $1 Million Man. Now, there was actually one match I recently discovered with Hulk Hogan and Bam Bam Bigelow on Boston Wrestling against Ted DiBiase and Andre the Giant. And Ted DiBiase announced as the WWE heavyweight or WWF heavyweight champion. How cool is that?
It was cool. And he wore the belt, and the ring announcer was like, the $1 Million Man and the WWF heavyweight champion of the world, Ted DiBiase.
So sort of the folklore was that, Andre decided to hand it to DiBiase straight away. Jack Tunney was like, nope, done. Stick it in the...
Bloody Jack Tunney.
Awful. But he actually wrestled in a match as the WWF champion. I never knew about that up until this week.
That's very cool, actually. I didn't know that either. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And guys, again, I just want to say, if you are interested, tomorrow on our YouTube channel, not only is the MOS going up live, the full video show, but also an interview Leanne did with the $1 Million Man from a few years ago when he talks about signing for WWF and wanting to be the NWA champion. It's very good. So go check that out.
Yeah, so an interesting little bit of wrestling history there with $1 Million Man coming to the ring as the WWF champion.
I thought that was very cool, actually, Lee. That was very cool.
I love these little quirky things. A bit like that Lex Luger thing when Vince said, let's see what Lex Luger looks like with the WWF champion, and we'll introduce him as the champion and see what happens. And they gave him the WWF belt and he walked to the ring. We'll probably do that one again because I love that.
It is a shame, though, with Ted DiBiase that he never did get the belt when he was there, because that would have suited being like a Ric Flair cheating, scheming champion,
Absolutely. I mean, a fantastic, cool. And you could have imagined sort of Virgil interfering in his matches to keep the belt on him, Andre interfering, and then you could have eventually had Andre turn back into a good guy, and you get sick of being bossed around by $1 Million Man, and Andre going against Ted DiBiase whilst Hogan is against Randy Savage and things like that. Would have been great.
Cool. Would have been really cool. Oh man,
so
good times.
What could have been? But great stuff there. And then another one, we don't normally go too modern with these, but 11th of February 2019, the team that we all know and love today as FTR in AEW, not so long ago with the Revival, of course, in WWE, they really, their most success, I think, really performance-wise, was in NXT. They had great matches with American Alpha, but the Revival defeated Robert Roode and Chad Gable to win the Raw Tag Team Championship, and in WWE, of course. Now, they were always a bit kind of retro in that era, but not to the extent as they were in AEW. You know, they're really,
it just
really
seems
good.
Like the Fed, like they're great, and then what they've done and going elsewhere and growing as a tag team and us enjoying their retro stylings is amazing.
Yeah.
But if you watch the match and you just see like Raw is exactly the same. When was it? 2017?
2019, so 3 years ago.
3 years, exactly the same. Like Chad Gable and Bobby Roode have not changed at all.
No.
They're exactly the same. It's like, it's just, you can just see it's just like cookie cutter TV for them now. Make all the money. Don't worry about writing stories or changing anything. We make all the money. It never will matter. But yeah, FTR. It was quite good. Why did they have FTR with the Revival? I know it's fuck the Revival, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they never sort of commit to what it's called. It's sometimes they say it's Forever the Revival, other times it's Fuck the Revival, other times it's, you know, they have lots of different meanings for it.
Right.
Future top wrestlers, or they've said before.
On their trunks when they won the belt, it had FTR on the back.
Yeah.
Fear the Revolt, says Necro Eric.
Fear the Revolt, that's it. Yeah. They had that before. But they do change it a lot, or they have changed it a lot in the past. It could be lots of different things. So yeah, just FTR. But do you know one of the things that, again, going back to the AEW thing, the fact that they're called FTR, which in most sort of circumstances you think fuck the Revival. So they're referring to their old days in WWF. Every time a new guy debuts in WWE, Bryan Danielson, comes in with a tune that's pretty similar to his WWF theme. CM Punk with his old WWF theme. They bring in, who else was I thinking of? Not Moxley, but
Big Show.
Yeah, exactly. Man. Yeah, and they just do versions of the WWF themes.
Everyone's done that for years, though, haven't they? TNA did.
I know, but you know, if they want to make themselves look a bit different, you know, give them totally new themes.
Yeah.
Because, you know, as soon as you heard Flight of the Valkyries fire up, you immediately knew it was Bryan Danielson, rather than, you know, have some completely different music by someone else, and then like, oh my God, who is it? Who is it? I can't believe, who is it? We're gonna have to wait and see when they come out.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think these guys are really cool, though. I think these are.
Yeah.
I mean, but sometimes it's what you want in it. You don't want CM Punk coming out to anything, and its cult of personality isn't a WWE song. It's a... No.
I mean that's sort of the song he's used. That's a bit different, but it's when WWE do, AEW do like a knockoff of what a WWF theme was. That's what gets to me. Like Jake the Snake's theme in AEW. And Bret Hart's theme in AEW, they've only used them a couple of times way back, but they're just rip-offs of the WWE one. Just give them something different, just come up with something original. Otherwise, because it just makes you look as, oh, do you remember when this guy was in WWE? They must be good now because they're in AEW. Like, we get it. Original stuff.
Oh no, it's good. Oh wow, I understand, but some of it is kind of needed for some of them. Like Daniel Bryan, I mean, they wouldn't be able to get Europe, would they? Or Bryan Danielson, too much money.
No, true. Yeah.
Man,
but then they'll do stuff for
Europe. They must make so much money to not give them your final countdown. Why would you not let them have it and make money from that show? Like, we'll charge him a nominal fee and he comes out to that. Maybe they'll arrange it sometime.
Yeah, that'd be nice. A big pay-per-view when he eventually wins the AEW title.
Craven Cottage.
Yeah.
That'd be good. I'd love to go to that. That'd be so cool. That
would be good.
There we go.
I'd like to see it. Anyway, so that's this week in wrestling history. And it's your turn, I think, Lawrence. To do a 211 quiz for me, isn't it, this week?
It is, Lee. It is.
I had to do one for Andy last week. I tried making it super easy.
Super easy. Yeah. There we go. So it's
tried giving them some clues right towards the end.
Yeah. So here we go. So if you don't know what 211 quiz is, it is when we pick a wrestler whose birthday's coming up this week, and we have 2 minutes and 11 seconds of awesome music, and Lee has to guess who it is. So. Here we go. Hey, Lawrence, have you been catching up on the podcast while at work? And keep great work. Sorry, off the topic question. WrestleMania 1 or 2 nights. Okay, Ben, we'll get to that question in a bit.
We will do. We'll do this quiz. Hi, Ben, by the way.
Hi, Ben.
Yeah.
It is now the 211 quiz, and it starts right now. Born on a very romantic day, February 14th, 1971, this wrestler wrestled for the World Wrestling Federation in his first run between 1993 and 1996. He had 9 in-ring names during his run. Oh, any guesses yet?
Al Snow.
No.
Oh.
He is a former WWF World Tag Team Champion. Former WWF World Hardcore Champion. He won the King of the Ring.
Hardcore Holly.
No, he won
Billy Gunn.
He won the King of the Ring. He made his debut as a tag team in the WWF.
Oh, God. Bart Gunn.
He also then joined a faction.
Oh, Midian.
Nope.
Phineas Godwin.
Nope.
Viscera.
You're right, Lee. You got it. Yeah.
Wow.
You did it.
Has he really had that many names?
9 names, Lee.
I was Mabel, King Mabel, Viscera.
Big Daddy V, Big Daddy Voodoo,
Big Daddy
King
V.
Mabel, King V, Mabel, Nelson Knight, Vis, and Viscera. 6'9".
Oh, God.
487 pounds.
Wow.
That's a big man.
Like Keith Lee's dad.
That is a big man.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Awesome. 211 quiz. Let's go back to Ben. Hello, my friend. How are you? 1 or 2 nights for WrestleMania. What do you reckon, Lawrence?
2.
I prefer 2, to be honest. I mean, again, I know it's sort of picking up from what New Japan have done in previous years with Wrestle Kingdom and things like that. But again, I mean, maybe in this day and age, you could get it back down to 1 night because they really haven't got that much talent there to stretch it across 2 nights.
Yeah.
But then I would maybe want to do sort of mix in the NXT talent, have one, if they're going to do 2 nights, instead of having a takeover or whatever it is on the night before, have a few NXT title matches as part of the WrestleMania card. So keep it 2 nights, but have NXT rolled into it as well.
2 3-hour shows is quite good, I feel. That was quite good. 2 3-hour shows. Yeah. It's all right. Just a quick detour, but quick. It was Big E, rubbish. He was champion, lost it on the day 1. Now he's losing in the opening tag team match on SmackDown.
Oh, to that Valentine
just awful
thing.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
he should be like huge star. But anyway, it's just what they don't care. They make loads of money, make more money than they ever have. Doesn't matter, does it to them? So so great. Oh wow, everyone's great. I'm so excited.
Everyone's great.
Card.
And we've got an Undertaker card.
I don't know if Ben knows. Ben, we just opened up these. We're not going to show you, but we just opened up these 1991 wrestling cards, and we just said before the segment, if we open up if we find an Undertaker rookie card, it's worth 1,500 quid, and Lee found it in the packet. So, and
I'm not going to get it out again.
No,
if you want to check it out, it was about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, be on YouTube.
On the stream. We'll clip it up, put it on YouTube. Yeah. Interesting times.
Amazing. So is it time for people to phone us, Lee?
It is time for people to phone us.
I wonder if the Hulk Hogan one's worth any money.
Well, yeah, maybe.
There's loads of it. I bet they're worth a few quid. What, those packets? Surely if some of them were worth a few beans, they weren't as much money.
It's just opening them, isn't it?
Yeah,
from
like
anyone who owned its perspective.
Have we just won a lottery ticket, essentially?
Well, yeah.
That's quite cool. Much. Should we put the phone line number in there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Remember,
stick
guys,
the phone line number in there.
Before the calls tonight, Lee is going to a Super Bowl party tonight, so we have to keep the calls a wee bit shorter. So keep your calls short and sweet and get.
I want to be out of here in about 35 minutes or so, if that's all right. So we're going to wind up the show about 9:30.
Here's the phone line to call in. Please do call in, but remember to keep them a bit shorter tonight because Lee is going to watch the Super Bowl in America.
I'm going to watch the Cincinnati. Yeah, I'm not actually flying to America with my Undertaker card. I'm going to watch it at a bar.
You wait, I'll be here next week, and it'll be the ultimate heartbreak. He'll be like, "So, hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Ministry Slam." And Lee won't be here. He'll be like, "What's Lee? Well, he took that card."
I've been texting him. He's not replying.
Yeah, he's not replying anymore. He just took the card.
Lawrence, have you got the 3-man GCW graphic available?
I have,
anywhere? Lee. Yeah, okay. Because Necro is just about to join us.
Oh, okay.
So he should be with us any second. I've just pressed admit to.
Here he is.
Room.
Bang.
Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Hello, there's Necro.
Hey Necro.
Hello,
how you doing,
hello.
Mate?
Hey, how's everybody doing, y'all?
Good, mate.
Good.
How are you?
Rich, feeling rich.
Good. There was quite a bit this week. There was a lot of stuff going on this week. How have you guys been?
We're good.
Yeah,
man.
good.
We are
amazing.
Good.
Quite excited.
Yeah. So, apart from the stuff you guys have already covered, there was 3 matches in Noah from Go Shiozaki this week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
versus Masato Tanaka, Naomichi Marufuji, and Keno.
Yeah.
Over the course of the week, he had 3 singles matches, and all 3 of them were excellent. So that was really cool.
Oh, cool.
In Noah. And then in New Japan news, Master Wato was unsuccessful in challenging El Desperado for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title on Friday.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
So Desperado still has the belt there.
Was it a good match?
It was all right. Wato's been improving a lot. He's a very different wrestler. He's kind of more of a high flyer. So they had a very I wouldn't say it was fantastic, but it wasn't bad either. It wasn't like
what was the crowd like there though? Because of course,
they've
not been very good over there.
No, they're kind of quiet. They've been even like Noah's clap crowds have been louder than New Japan's clap crowds.
Right. Okay.
So it's I kind of just gotten used to it personally, but it's not the best. Yeah. But the match was all right. It was a solid match. Cool. El Desperado retained, so I'm happy for that. And there's quite a bit of other stuff. There was Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, women's wrestling in Japan. There was a nice West Coast Pro show on Friday called the Art of Drowning. It was a hella good women's 4-way, as well as ACH versus Mike Bailey. There was last night. There was Warrior Wrestling 12.
What's that?
It was on Fight. I didn't purchase it personally.
Okay.
But it was like $25. But they had a bunch of pretty solid matches. I heard.
What is it? Warrior Wrestling. What does it make it Warrior Wrestling? What's it?
The logo. They have like I don't know if you've ever seen the Golden Knights hockey logo from the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah.
Kind of the similar type of gold helmet style.
Oh wow.
And that's like if you ever seen Osprey with the belt, I don't know. He has like that. It almost looks like a Golden
Roman
Knights.
Gladiator sort of thing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's what they're kind of based off of. It's really interesting.
Cool.
And they had the former Ember Moon had her
really?
first match against Thunder Rosa. They went 30 minutes.
Really?
Wow.
So a very, very, very solid match between them two in the main event.
Oh,
last
that
night.
sounds quite good, actually.
Wrestling 12.
Yeah,
Yes,
that does
for
sound
sure.
good.
And then some info out of the Defy show from last night.
Yeah.
Nick Wayne, the son of Buddy Wayne, has signed an apprenticeship contract with AEW.
Oh
wow. Okay. Is
So
that the one
since
that what's his name? Darby Allin signed?
Exactly. Yes.
That was that guy, right? Okay.
Yeah, he's too young to sign an actual contract to be able to work everywhere because he's only 17 years old currently.
Yeah.
So he signed a 2-year apprenticeship contract. Then once he's of age of 19, he will sign a regular full-fledged AEW deal.
Okay.
And he's been working on the independents, GCW, all those shows. He's been working all sorts of them. So
yeah,
it's been pretty. It's good to see for him. He's been doing very, very well. So
amazing. That sounds good.
You guys said earlier, Matt Cardona wins that.
What do you think about that then, Eric, with him possibly turning up in GCW with it?
I mean, if it brings more prominence to the title, then that's the positive.
What do you think? Do you think he will bring more prominence to the NWA title, or do you think the NWA will raise up? What's bigger? Is
Matt Cardona for sure.
Yeah.
I think the NWA currently has been in a rut. They need some infusion of something different, something new, something fresh. And I think Matt Cardona, I mean, the Nick Aldis title run was nice personally, but I think Cardona's run could bring a lot of new eyes to the program for sure.
And it's all about perception, really, isn't it? I mean, if you look at the NWA, Nick Aldis, again, great guy. We've spoken to him a number of times, and obviously a Brit as well, so we're pulling for him. But the casual wrestling fans just going to think, oh, that's that guy from the British Invasion, and he won the Impact belt, right? Like
exactly.
like right on their dying days. There was no one else really to give it to, and Trevor Murdoch, I was just part of that jobber tag team in WWE. That's that guy. But at least Matt Cardona, everyone's talking about Matt Cardona before the NWA title even comes into the picture. So he's a current prominent name. He will take it everywhere. He'll turn up. Who knows where
it'll get people talking about the belt, right? Which then will get people talking about NWA.
Exactly.
Do you think with him, he popped up on AEW, didn't he, for a little bit? Do you think there's a chance he might come back there as he's raising himself up so much?
I would say no, because he's kind of AEW is kind of too bloated currently. I mean, they have been for a while.
Yeah,
like you were stating earlier. But I think he he had his little, his little 1-2 matches, and I think he's more content doing his work on the independents.
Yeah.
I think he's enjoying his independent work a lot more than his but you never know, right? They could bring him in if he's, especially with all the noise he's making. Exactly, yeah. So that was pretty interesting. So
that belt's wicked. I love the history of that belt.
Yeah, oh, it looks so nice. It's one of the nicest looking belts in the game for sure.
Yeah.
UFC 271, off-topic wrestling. UFC 271 was last night. Derek Lewis got knocked out. The knockout king in the UFC got knocked out. I did not expect that at all. I need to say that.
I've not seen any UFC for a long time.
That was crazy. Was not expecting that at all.
Cool.
And then, so that was this past week. Geez, quite a bit, eh? A lot of stuff I didn't even put in here, too.
That's all right, Necro.
And then this upcoming week, we got the Saudi Arabia show.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do another preview of it this week, coming up on the
bit later
network.
on in the week.
So
I think,
guys, I know Price has just asked about it, but we'll get to that in the week. So if we hold fire on that, Necro, if that's all right with you, man, we let everyone know in the Discord, and we can go live, and everyone can come and join in and get in the chat room and stuff. It'd be really cool if everyone's up for it.
And then just real quick, this week we got a lot of stuff. This week we got there's Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. There's a DDT show. There's a Noah show. There's a Prominence Joshi Wrestling card. Now all those are on Wrestle Universe.
Yeah.
And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shows on IWTV this week.
Wow.
Is
that all for the same £10? Is that for the same fee? You get that all as one fee. That's really good.
Yes. Yeah, it's very, very good value. The Masked Wrestler is on Wednesday, season 2, episode 4. The season finale of UWFI Contender Series is this week.
Wow.
So sadly, that's ending, but that's the super fast-paced flash knockout stuff. It's really specific style. And then on Friday, they got Sean Henderson's Weekend at Sean. It's a 2-night event that they're presenting.
Weekend at Sean.
Yeah, Weekend at Sean's. There's Sean Henderson. He's doing a 2-night wrestling event. So, and then there's also a freelance wrestling show called Too Weird to Live and Too Rare to Die on Friday. And then Saturday, there's a Black Label Pro show. And there's also on Sunday, which will be the night after the next episode of MOS, there's going to be Prestige Wrestling as well. And there's also live Deathmatch Down Under.
Woo. Is that in Australia?
So then that's yes, Deathmatch Down Under in Australia. They're actually live on the next week.
Look out!
So
get the kangaroo out the ring. He's gonna kill him.
That should be awesome though. They do provide some great content. Even though when they were pre-taped, it was still really good shows. I was really surprised. So that's all on IWTV.
Oh no!
And
it's
then
a
on
run-in
Fight
from
TV,
Robinson. Sorry.
On Fight TV, we got VXS on Thursday. We got Jimmy Lloyd's American Wasteland,
right?
A deathmatch show for his birthday that he's throwing.
Wow.
It's on Thursday on Fight for $20. So I picked that up just because I'm kind of partial to that deathmatch, So
yeah.
And then there's a big weekend on the 18th and 19th in Atlantic City for GCW. They're doing JCW for free on Saturday afternoon, and then GCW Believe Me on Saturday night. And then on Sunday, H2O Wrestling, which will be next Sunday, one exact week from today, H2O Wrestling on the afternoon, and then in the evening, GCW Don't Tell Me What to Do. So they've already got a promo package or a combo package that they do.
Yeah.
So you can get both GCW programs on Fight for like under $25.
Oh.
So that's not bad at all.
Not bad
it's
at all.
$12 a show. Yeah, it's really, really solid.
Cool.
And there's a huge lineup for both of those, but not going to go into that too much.
Yeah. Bit tight on time tonight because of Lee going to see flying to America.
Sorry about that.
Super Bowl tonight as well. I'm looking forward to that. That should be nice. The halftime show, see all that satanic imagery that they throw in there every year.
Oh yeah.
The subliminal messaging that nobody really notices unless you really look for it.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in the world, mate. There's a lot of that in the world.
Oh, it's everywhere, yeah. But I mean, specifically in that halftime show, I seem to notice it almost every year. A couple things here and there. I'm like, hey, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, really, really stacked week next week. It's actually pretty crazy. There's a lot of stuff, including GCW and all that stuff on IWTV. It's cool. crazy busy. And there's a lot of stuff I'm not watching, if you can believe it. Like I don't watch Raw, don't watch all the obscure promotions and stuff. Like there's a lot. Yeah.
Wow.
So, how about
amazing.
You guys, are you guys going to be getting that GCW, or what do you guys?
I think we might look at it. There's a lot of things I want to indulge in something. What I want to do is you recommend something, Necro, and then we talk about it.
We'll do a stream.
I want you to recommend something. Not tonight. I'll watch it for the first time and experience
We'll watch it together, Lawrence, and then we'll come back and we'll do a review show of what we thought about it, not knowing who any of the people are, and just coming in it as complete news to the product.
Cool. I think that'd be really cool.
Oh, like of anything, like Noah.
Thing. Yeah, you pick us something absolutely. You pick us something brutal, Necro. We'll speak on DM. Maybe not this week. Maybe not this week, but maybe in a few weeks' time, we'll pick something on DM, and then we'll speak about it. That'd be really cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds great for sure.
Awesome. Nice one, man.
All
Thanks
right.
for
And so are you guys gonna be getting that GCW there? It's on Saturday and Sunday of next week. So
but probably
we'll check it out. We'll check it out. Yeah, we'll have a look.
Both shows have pretty stacked lineups, so you know how GCW does it. They always they're good at stacking up the lineups. So and hopefully since we're not going to be talking next time we're talking, it'll be after Saudi Arabia. Let's hope that's decent.
Well, I'll be live. I'll probably go live one night this week at least. Anyway, so we'll keep you. I'll let you know, and then maybe come on and preview it.
Hey, if you want to, for sure. Yeah, cool. I'm probably gonna. I always like watching those. They're really weird. The atmosphere is so odd in those shows.
For us, it's 5 o'clock in the evening, so we could maybe.
Oh yeah, it's prime time for you guys, right? Yeah,
prime viewing. It's the only pay-per-view a year. We get to watch when we have our dinner.
All right. Well, I'll get out of here because Super Bowl tonight. I don't want to keep you on.
Cheers, buddy.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Nick.
See you later.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Have a great week. See you soon.
Enjoy the night. Take care.
Bye, mate.
Nice. That was Necro Eric. Awesome. Love having a cheeky bit of Necro Eric on. We've our next caller is in the queue. He's been waiting patiently, and we're bringing him on now. And I pressed let him in. Oh, here we go. Connect into audio now. Who do you think it is, Lawrence?
I think it might be Mark Calloway wanting to get that card. He's like, hey, this is the only card I'm missing my collection.
I'm not on WWE money anymore. I need to sell trading cards.
Can I have that card? Maybe I could sign it for you and cut you in on the money.
Oh, it is.
I was here. How are you?
I was going to try rest in peace, but I couldn't get my. No, I'll just mess up my voice. How you guys doing?
Berkeley's? Yeah, we're doing good.
Not bad.
Very excited.
I'm just taking a look at your card throughout the internet.
Yeah, I think seems to be mixed opinions on it.
There are definitely some YouTube channels that are like, oh, straight into a protective cover. So
yeah,
but yeah, you've got something there. I don't know if it's £1,000, but you've got something there.
Well, worth having a look, I think.
Having been the victim of, oh my God, I've got 4 of those, and it's somebody selling it for $2,000, and then not being able to sell it. It's a bit of a
it might be difficult to sell. That's the thing, but just we're not worried. It's just fun, isn't it? The whole thing's fun.
Yeah, exactly. But the other thing is, somewhere the house I grew up in, I've got that entire collection in a folder.
Wow.
It's never been touched. So if it is worth money, let me know.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about your AEW discussion.
Oh yeah,
earlier. Okay, cool.
I agree with you to a degree about the storylines being picked up and dropped and that kind of thing. But I kind of like that to a point.
Yeah,
I like because eventually they'll just come back around to it. It'll just get picked up again in a month. Because the thing is,
that is quite good. They do that. They if there's something that happens, they do reference it that it happened. Like when Sammy went against Cody, I think they was like this. They had one of the first matches on Dynamite 2.5 years ago, so they do reference stuff, which is very good. I do like that.
Well, keep in mind the next pay-per-view is in what, 3 weeks?
Yes, yeah.
So I think they're all in on like get this pay-per-view set up, and then I think it is jarring, and I do wish they didn't do it quite so much. But then I think they'll return to some of the stuff that they've dropped. But right now it's like get those pay-per-view matches set up.
Yeah.
I do agree the roster's overstuffed. I don't think that I like Powerhouse Hobbs. He's not ready for a big spot yet. He does well, but the matches he has aren't the most complex of things.
I don't think you're going to give Keith Lee's going to be in a big spot either.
I think Keith Lee's already in a bigger spot than Powerhouse Hobbs will be this time next year.
The thing I just don't like about it is especially those sort of storylines where they're building, animosity between two people, and it has to have some kind of believability in it for it to really click. Certainly with me, and it's almost like I'm so angry at you. I'm gonna kick the shit out of you in 3 weeks. Like it doesn't happen like that. No, like
I'm gonna kick the shit out of you now, and you can try and stop me.
I mean, at the absolute most, like, oh, I'm really angry at you on Rampage. This Wednesday night, I want you in the ring. I'm going to kick the shit out of you. Like, the next possible opportunity.
Not that I've ever gone along the lines of the whole Tony Khan is living his fancy federation thing. But okay, but like, you know, when babies are inside ladies' tummies, they don't come out for 9 months, do they?
It's called pregnancy.
Pregnant. When ladies are pregnant with babies, it takes 9 months for the baby to come to the world.
Gestate.
So they knew that Kyle O'Reilly's missus was going to be having a baby. It wasn't like a sudden thing that he'd have to have time.
That should have been.
Why did they give him 2 or 3 weeks on TV just for that? Oh, it's Kyle O'Reilly's here. They should have just waited until he was, you know, everything's cool with a baby. He'd had the paternity leave. Blah blah blah.
Save the debut for both of them. Like sign them up. Just let them sit like paid at home for 3 months, and then bring them in. Yeah, but I mean, much more impact if they came in as a tag team from the off.
Like, well, Bobby Fish does his little thing he did against Brian, all that stuff he did, disappears, and then the next time he's back is with Kyle O'Reilly or something. Like, it just feels like they were like, let's have Kyle O'Reilly here, wait! And then it's
it is very much like Flavour of the Month.
They would have known he was going because of having a baby. Because pregnancy is 9 months.
At least his friends would have done. But did his friends shut up and go, oh, I know your wife's about to give birth. Who else does? Let's get you signed, and then...
He would have been signed anyway.
He would have been signed anyway. But is it like, I know your 90 days are up, so you're not getting any money. So let's get you signed now. And then as soon as you're in, you can be like, oh, by the way, I'm going to paternity leave.
Well, it's a silly thing. Like in all fair, like realistically, they could have signed him anyway.
Yeah.
Being honest, they don't have to be all backhanded about it. Sign him.
To be honest,
he's signed. We'll debut after you've had your baby and your paternity leave. Great. You know,
as much as I like Red Dragon as wrestlers, and I do, like they're hardly like the epitomes of charisma either. It's not like they're going to be like, oh my god, did you see the promo they cut? The next match is going to be amazing. You know you're going to get a good match out of them, and that's about it.
Yeah, but that was kind of their gimmick, wasn't it? You know, you didn't want all the bells and whistles. They just came in and gave a kick-ass match, beat the shit out of everyone. And that's and then you kind of had Adam Cole as the mouthpiece who could deliver a promo.
Yeah.
That's what kind of worked about the Undisputed Era. So when it didn't quite work as well, when you had Adam Cole as the bad guy and Kyle O'Reilly as the face, and, you know, great wrestler, but he wasn't believable at all because he could never get his point across because his promos were awful. It just kind of works in that 3-man kind of chemistry situation. It just worked, but they're not really doing it. I don't know.
I mean, I'm really enjoying this ridiculous Bryan Danielson. Like, do you want to be like us to make a unit? And he's just like, no, I'll leave. If you watched it, you must have watched Rampage. Where he's like, that was just a one night thing. I'll leave Mox alone. Let him have time to think about it. I think that's really cool because what that means is when he turns him down, Bryan gets to be really mad. Danielson gets to be really mad because he's like, I gave you time, I was understanding, I didn't pressure you, and you still treat me like this. Now I'm really mad, so I'll see you at Revolution.
Yeah, that's cool.
Could work. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, you know, you expect when you've got a wrestling show that, you know, you are going to have storylines that, you know, move along on a weekly basis. Yeah, exactly.
I agree with you, but at the same time, there are certain things on like WWE and even WCW back in the day where it was like, I don't want to see this guy every week. I know he's got a feud going on, but like it was almost like this is probably going to go well over your heads, but like old classic Doctor Who, where you'd be like, this story takes 13 weeks.
Right.
And if you don't like it, then you're stuffed for the next 13 weeks. I kind of like, oh, I'm not really into this, so I'll see him again in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I mean, again, they're sort of built on stories that develop over time. Whereas these are, when you've got conflicts, you know, you don't like 2 blokes in a pub, they've had too much to drink. Right, come on, outside. 2 weeks next Friday.
It is like, silly.
They go outside.
I'll see you after school, and I'm...
Yeah,
on Thursday after school.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's just something like, I mean, Moxley and Daniel Bryan Danielson. I've got to stop doing that. Specifically,
I can't, so.
you just kind of think, wow, these 2 guys, I'm so excited. They're in the same space. What the hell is going to happen next? And that is something that you do want to see every week because you want to see what's going to happen. And then even if there was a teaser that this storyline was still going on, or like, oh yeah, you know, John Moxley's CCTV outside his house picked up Daniel Bryan driving past to check out if he was home or something like that. You know, they don't have to be in the ring talking to each other. Having a
creepy stalker. That'd be amazing.
But just something like that. Just some kind of inkling and some kind of teaser that this storyline was still progressing. It doesn't have to be them fighting each other. Yeah, exactly. Just let's not talk about it at all.
I mean, WCW did that all the time. With things, it would just be like, forget it, it's not working, see you later. And then Dusty Rhodes used to do that tons, and look what happened to them. So I do understand your point. And they are overstuffed.
But again, let's just wait for the next show, see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Anyway, I'll get out of your head because I know you got places to be.
That's all right.
Did you? It was the Bengals you wanted to win, yeah?
I hope so. Yeah, I'll
go with that. I like the helmets, so
yeah. I think the Rams will win, but I want the Bengals to win because they're underdogs. They haven't been there anywhere near the Super Bowl for ages.
These days? They change every other bloody year.
Yeah, they're LA now, and it's in the big new LA stadium where WrestleMania is going to be. When it's in LA.
I can't even bring myself to be like getting excited for WrestleMania.
I know the feeling.
But I will let you go. Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you very much, mate. No worries.
Talk to you again next week.
Yeah, thanks, Berkeley. Sorry, I got distracted by something on the internet. Sorry, but thank you, Berkeley.
Was it a really expensive trading card?
No, yes, it was.
We don't need the internet for that anymore.
No,
it's all right.
We're going to spend it on trainers or sneakers.
Ooh.
See you later.
Yeah.
Bye, mate.
Bye,
Berkeley.
There was Berkeley's, and our last caller, I would guess, of the evening. Guess who it is?
Dave McGuffin.
He's not connected to audio yet, but he's not Dave McGuffin.
Oh.
And he's now connected to audio. See if you can guess who it is.
Dave McGuffin?
No, it's a franchise.
Oh, okay. How you doing, franchise?
The highlight of your week is like that. Back on.
I had COVID last week, and I thought, right, I hopefully I won't have to speak to French, but I was still producing the show, so I still heard you talking to me.
Yeah, because of my great wrestling logic.
Yeah, exactly. That's what everyone tunes in for, to listen to the franchise great wrestling.
Of course, at the end of the show, just the baffling wrestling talk. What do you think is gonna? So, what do you want to talk about tonight, then, franchise?
Well, NXT 2.0. It's like I enjoyed it. It's like there's a match that I'm a bit surprised you didn't talk about. Wendy Chu versus Tiffany Stratton. It's like you see the finishing move. It's like pretty good for something that I would recommend that people should give a chance to watch.
That's cool.
It's like a corkscrew Vader bomb. So
really,
it's for her. Yeah, if you get a chance, watch it. It's like
we'll check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I know you're down on NXT for some strange reason. It's like it's the future of the business. So
yeah, I don't know.
NXT. We just don't watch it.
I just really loved the sort of key days of NXT Gold Brand, you know, when you had like Samoa Joe versus Kevin Owens and shit like that, and like just Triple H doing his dream matches down there. I loved all of that, but just
I know with NXT 2.0, it's like they're evolving.
It's gone back to like FCW style, like developmental league, rather than the kick-ass independent wrestling matches that we'd have before.
Well, you know that 205's changed its name soon as well. So
what's it changing to?
Well, the rumors are going to call it level up.
Oh, Christ alive.
They've been hinting at it this week.
Do you watch 205 live?
Sometimes, yeah. Like I watched it.
Oh, it's you, is it?
I watched it this week. It's like, hey, I enjoy watching Impact. I like watching.
Do you still think Impact is the biggest it's ever been?
Well, if they go behind the right people, they can do. It's like
you did say a few weeks ago that Impact is the biggest it's ever been.
At the moment, yeah, because they've got great talent. They've got great talent, and they're using it at the moment. Well, you think about it, you've got Mickey James.
So stop. You're saying that Impact is bigger than when they had Kurt Angle, Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff?
At the moment, yeah. I think they're one of the. I think they're big at the moment, but it's but that's because of the talent they've got. It's like the women's knockouts tag team division. You can't say that they're not the best tag team division they've had for ages over there.
I've just had a great idea of what WWE should do. Do you remember when they had that pay-per-view with all the zombies coming to the ring?
Yeah.
Right. So they signed those guys up, and instead of 205 Live, it's called 205 Dead. And they just have all the zombies wrestling each other.
Cool. I'd like to watch that, actually.
Yeah,
that would
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can make that in 2K.
Derek says you're joking. You're winding everyone up, saying that you think the Impact is bigger than what it's ever been.
I think they've got a great amount of good wrestlers. I don't. If you've watched it, if anyone watched Impact in the last couple of months, and
I've watched their YouTube channel. I've watched all the clips of stuff.
They're not bigger than they've ever been.
No, I think at the moment with the coming back, because don't forget, it's like at the moment, considering last couple of years, think about it, the last 5 years, they've not really it could have been a point where Impact could have died, but they've survived it with Ross Foreman's actually invested in the company and actually bringing up to a star like that. I think it's like they're in their niche at the moment, their groove. Especially the amount of talent they have at the moment. You can't say that they've not if you look at something like Jordana Grace, Matt Cardona, Chelsea Green.
Do you think that they would sell out Wembley Arena like they did then if they came over next January?
In the UK, I don't. Not maybe no, not at the moment. I think AEW
they're not bigger than they are.
No, but so they get but the thing is, don't forget, Impact don't have a UK TV deal. When they do, then maybe
they're not bigger than they are if they haven't got a TV deal.
Well, they've not got over and over here, but in America they're doing well at the moment. They're in their right groove at the moment. So think about it. ROH had to shut down for a while. Impact hasn't. So when you compare that to the wrestling companies,
yeah, but franchise, you're saying that Impact are bigger than they've ever been, and we need to clear this
at
up.
the moment. Okay,
no.
Because look at the talent they've got at the moment. You tell me.
They had Kurt Angle, Booker T, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles.
Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Jeff Hardy,
Rob Van Dam, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, they've not been bankrupt, so it's like
that doesn't make them bigger than they are.
Well, at the moment, ROH, they're not wrestling at the moment, so
they're bigger than ROH, but they're not bigger than they've ever been.
They're not even doing anything at the moment, so.
You're saying they're bigger than they've ever been, franchise. This is.
I'm saying at the moment with their new talent, with the talent they've got now compared to someone 5 years ago, yeah.
But we're talking about
compared to 5 years ago, yeah, but not bigger than they've ever been.
No, not been. I'm saying within the last 5 years.
Well, no, you were saying bigger than they've ever been. You can't backtrack.
I'm not saying ever been, but it's at the moment with their area now. I'll give you an example. When I went to watch the last Impact in the UK show when I watched that was near enough for a small building that actually did sell out, and they had as well Rev Pro on at the night before as well. So
yeah,
yes.
I mean,
point being. Yeah.
No, just reading what Mr. Price is saying as well.
What Tez has just said, they're still performing to a single row of fans on TV.
Well, but they are touring. I think they're going to Dallas or that. So they are touring at the moment. Within the next couple of months, they are.
Dixie Carter running.
Dixie Carter doesn't. She's not there at the moment.
No, but she's in Dallas, so she'll do a running.
Well, you never know. Anything can happen in the
franchise. The good thing is, though, what I got to say is the best thing is that you're full of positive energy, and the world needs more of that. So, and you're entitled to your opinion. And if you think TNA is bigger than it's ever been, that's fine. No, and that's great. That is great for you. And I think that's really good. All jokes aside, really good. And that's awesome.
I enjoy watching Impact. I've always enjoyed watching.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I enjoy watching Baywatch every morning, and it's 30 years old, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I know it's pretty good. Do you watch it on the Live 24 IMDb?
I do. Channel? Yeah? No, I watch it on Pluto TV, 24/7 Baywatch.
Homes Under the Hammer.
Watch on IMDb as well. They've got that on as well. So.
Oh my god, we're gonna have 2 feeds of Baywatch happening at the same time.
That's amazing. Is IMDb TV free?
Yeah,
that rhymed, didn't it?
The fact that the chat room loves you, franchise, that's the main thing.
Exactly.
We all love you.
Hey, people used to hate John Cena, now they loved him, so...
You're not John Cena?
I'm just going to say that. Franchise is liking himself to John Cena now.
Are you the John Cena of MOS?
Probably, yeah.
Are you going to propose to someone in the ring at WrestleMania?
and then call it off after a year.
Before you go, franchise, because Lee's got to get to Super. Are you watching the Super Bowl?
I'm going to say it. I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it the LA Rams are going to win it.
And are you watching it live?
I hope, yeah. But I think it's going to be.
Wait, stop. What are you eating?
Well, yes. I'm going to have a smoked salmon and cream cheese sandwich.
What?
I'm being a bit posh tonight, so.
It's supposed to be this is the night that you do your American style food ready for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I also got to think of my health as well. It's I've got to be a bit healthy as well. I put on a few pounds over Christmas, so it actually needs to that. So I need to have something like that, and then have that with some sugar-free Pepsi, because it's the drink to have on SummerSlam.
Okay. Sugar-free Pepsi is a drink to have on SummerSlam.
Yeah, not SummerSlam. Sorry.
What's that got to do with the Super Bowl?
I'm thinking about. I was thinking about. You know the NXT UK thing the other day at Wembley Way. That's what I was thinking of. So.
Oh yeah.
That's rubbish.
No, that's some interesting time. But I thought they would have announced the NXT, like they was going to do a show at Wembley at the arena or something like that, and it was a bit of a no. It's just entryway. So
yeah, they were just.
Come down to this subway, guys. The tunnel. Stand here. Amazing.
Who was it? Mustache Mountain and someone else.
Bianca Belair was there.
Mustache Mountain. What's her name?
Bianca Belair.
The blonde girl.
No, Bianca Belair. What's his name? The NXT coach's daughter.
Clearly left a mark on us.
Yeah. Priceless will know. Priceless will know who it is. Oh, and the Street Profits as well.
Zia Brookside, yeah.
So saying literally those talent, and they had Todd Grisham, the guy for the commentating table as well. So
Todd Grisham, doesn't he commentate for Impact?
No, that's Todd. No, Josh Matthews. You're thinking of?
No, Josh Matthews. He's off. I think he's
Josh Matthews.
No, he doesn't commentate that much. It's like the O'Brien and the thingy Todd Phillips. So yeah,
Todd Phillips. He's good. Yeah, he's good. He's actually very good. But
that's what I'm calling it. It's going to be too close to call. I think it's going to be too close to call for the show.
It's all a setup. The American football's a setup anyway. It's all fake. Let's let them run through and score.
I was going to say it's rich man's rugby for some strange reason.
It's all a setup, like the FA Cup draw. That's why you always get Arsenal versus Man United. It was in the third round. It was big. And American football's a setup. It's as predetermined as wrestling.
It probably is.
No, it's not sports entertainment.
It is.
American sports entertainment.
It is. There we go. So thank you for letting us know.
Thank you, franchise.
We love you in the chat room.
I'll see you next week. One of us is going to be right. LA Rams or the Bengal Tigers. So
correct.
Yeah.
Bengal Tigers.
All right. We'll see you next week, franchise. Take care.
There we go. That's franchise.
Wow. That's the first buzzer. Oh.
That was 3. I gave 3, Lee.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't hear him. So that's it.
That's a shame. You'll go and see the Super Bowl.
Random. I'm going to go and watch the Super Bowl with some of my friends, a couple of them from work, some of them from a fantasy football league that I do.
All right.
Which I haven't won the whole time.
Don't worry, Lee. We've just opened a 31-year-old Undertaker rookie card. Don't need to win fantasy football anymore.
We'll be millionaires. It's going to be great. I love it.
So, what we got coming up on the MOS Network this week, Lee?
We've got the second episode of Ministry of Horror with Tez. That's going to be coming to us on Tuesday night, I believe.
And great, go see episode 1. It's on all of our feeds really with Danny Thompson. She was awesome. Said they were doing a tier list about all the 90s movies. Danny Thompson
was watching that whole thing. It was great.
Big famous horror star. She was on the MOS Network for the first show of Tez. It was really, really cool. This week he got the director of Harvest of the Dead Halloween Night 2. Harvest of the Dead 2 Halloween Night, which is the film I'm in, and Peter is the director on there, and they're going to go through 70s movies, ranking them, and talking about how Peter got into movies and things like that, which is cool. On Retro Chat on Wednesday, we've got Andy, and he's talking about a 55-year-old episode of Star Trek original series.
Space Seed.
Where Khan debuted.
Khan! Yeah. That's going to be good, so we'll check that out. But yeah, and again, both of those shows, you've got Ministry of Horror, of course, you can watch back on the MOS channel. You've got all of Andy's retro chat stuff, retrochat.co.uk. Check that out. You've got all the old stuff on there as well, audio and video, and all the new stuff on the MOS Network channel as well. So it's awesome. And I think we're going to be catching up later in the week and doing a little preview for Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, preview. Or something like that. We will be live. There's a lot of stuff
something
on there.
Will happen.
We need to get on when there's other shows not on. So there's not many nights left of the weekly.
Yeah.
Busy.
We're running out.
Busy growing network.
We are.
But yeah, and also remember, guys, check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/the MOS Network, and the Facebook channel, facebook.com/MOS Network, because we'll have lots of retro, old school reviews going up. There's some massive stars, and it's really, really, really interesting stuff. It's a lot of the times back in the day they were promoting a movie, some of them weren't they, and things like that. But but there's also we don't just get to the meat and bones of some of the interviews, but some of them are just. So much stuff is in there. Ted DiBiase one. I'm listening to it.
Really good content.
I'm listening to the DiBiase one going, I'm going to find something good. And the whole thing is good to make it into multiple bite-sized clips that you can check out on all our channels. And please go subscribe to our YouTube channels and all that good stuff as well, because it'd be really cool.
Absolute goldmine. Cool. Thanks very much, guys. I'm going to go watch the Super Bowl, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yes. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for all your support. Much love, and we'll update you on that wrestling card in due course. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.